up? What up? What up, family? Welcome back to I said it. The podcast for all things sports, the podcast for the fans and by us, the fans. I am your co-host Chris, and I got Sean and Darius with me. What up, family?
Uh,
Yo, yo.
What's going on, man? We had a great week. It's been a great week of sports. Today we're gonna talk about some jersey retirements. We'll talk about KD's next spot, where we feel like he's gonna go next, because I feel like they're gonna blow up the Suns. Let's be real. Where we would like to see him go. I'm sure Breyona is missing that conversation. I'm sure she'll be in the chats for that one. And we got to give y'all our best defensive lineman in the draft this week.
oh
Uh,
shit. Well, I'm gonna do
yeah,
mine off the top of my head, but go ahead.
yeah, our best defensive linemen and linebackers as well. Um, I'll be
Mm.
honest with you, I kind of struggle with the linebackers, but we gonna do it. We gonna do it. Um, some hard tape to watch, um, but we gonna do this thing. We gonna do this thing. But y'all know we gonna get this thing started. We gonna start off in Colorado. Um, Not sure if you guys heard, just something that came across my screen. Some things that I was reading. Apparently, the University of Colorado will be retiring Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter's jerseys. I think at the spring game, so their numbers are going to be retired at the spring game. I want to ask the panel and the chat. So if you're in the chat, please go ahead, let us know how you feel about this. Do both of these players deserve their jerseys to be retired? I'm just asking because I have my opinion. I want to how y'all feel and see how y'all feel about it. I don't know. Sean, do you think that both of these players deserve to have their jerseys retired?
um, I would say yes for Travis for the simple fact he did win the Heisman Trophy championship. There hasn't been a Heisman Trophy championship since Rashawn Salam, I think, in
Mm-hmm.
Colorado. So that is major for that university, and I'm saying that in a sense to where not just bigging up my boys, but even a player like Troy Smith don't even have his jersey retired, and he's a Heisman Trophy winner.
Facts.
So, but comparing, you can't compare the two, honestly. So for them, I would say, yeah, it was a big thing. They didn't win shit. You know what I'm saying? They didn't win shit. Yeah, they hey, motherfuckers tuned in to watch. But y'all motherfuckers was average Joes, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being honest. Y'all didn't really win shit. Y'all had some superstars. I give them players, you know what I'm saying, they do, because they are some dogs. They are some dogs. But retiring your jersey and you ain't even in the league yet. You ain't even retired from the league or did good in the league yet. But far as, I guess it's just depending on the university. I think it's okay. I wouldn't have did it if I was the president, but definitely I wouldn't see nothing wrong with at least Travis Hunter. The man put in work on both sides of the ball. He's gonna be a top 5 pick in this year's draft, I believe. He's gonna be a dog in the future. And possibly a Hall of Famer. But that's we all what's up, Blair? But we
What
going
up,
off of
man?
that shit. You know what I'm saying? So my answer would be it's okay, but I wouldn't do it.
All right, Blair. I know you just joined us, but we're talking about they're going to retire Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders jersey. I'm gonna shoot it over to Darius though. Darius, do you feel
Mhm.
like both of these young men deserves the jersey retirement? That means no one else can ever wear the jersey number again at the university.
I mean, guess in the grand scheme of football things, me personally, I'd say no. For a lot of reasons that Sean mentioned. Hey, you ain't win shit. You ain't even win the fucking Big 12. So,
Right.
Or
but,
Pac-12.
or the Pac-12. But as far as for Colorado, I
hmm
guess, when they got there, you talking about bringing that program out of purgatory, basically, at the
Hmm.
very bottom,
Got about the
bringing
basics.
on the yeah, bringing on the national prominence, Heisman Trophy winner. I guess in the scale of just the school of Colorado, that probably is big
Right.
because who knows when you're gonna get something like this again, even with
Hmm.
Dion still there. So
Mm-hmm.
I can understand why they did it, but would I have done it? Nah, probably not.
Right.
Mm.
Just cause, yeah, you nice. Travis Hunter probably do have a better case just cause of the Heisman. But then again, shit, I ain't even win no division. So I mean, you want the Heisman, but shit, you win shit else, nigga. Right. That's how I'm looking at it. That's real.
Yeah,
That's
I
real.
agree.
That's real.
100%.
That's real. I mean, it's real as hell. I mean, how you feel about it, Blair? You feel the same way as these other guys that they didn't well, at least Shedeur didn't deserve it.
I mean, I don't. That's really quick to get your jersey retired. But I guess if he break like some numbers and set some records and do some, then nah. I mean, Travis Hunter, I could understand for the Heisman, like, okay, yeah, but not both of
That's
them.
like
Shedeur
who
just
y'all
was,
expect.
there for a couple of years. I don't know, man. That's a lot to me to just give to him.
That's like, do you consider them? Do you consider Travis Hunter having the best season you ever seen?
One of them, possibly
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
them.
he up
Yeah,
there, bro.
yeah, he up there. He up there.
What
I
is he?
don't know.
But I don't think he's the best I've ever seen. No,
I
like the
mean,
best
Like the
season I've
best. He
ever
said,
seen. No,
yeah,
I feel like
no, not
I
ever.
feel
No,
like
but he's up
I
there.
feel like he had an amazing season,
He had
but
an amazing season.
I mean, I can think of I know probably five, six, seven niggas off the top of my head. And part of
Mm-hmm.
that got to do just because of the position he plays. But
Yeah.
I can name plenty of niggas. I'm like, oh yeah, that college season was legendary. Nigga. Like, I don't feel that way about Travis Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, it's just for that school. Like you said, if this would have been Ohio State, Alabama, LSU, because think about it, Joe Burrow had either probably the best or second best quarterback season we ever seen. You think LSU about to retire his shit?
hell nah, not no time soon.
Oh, so you know what I'm saying? I feel like shoot, you Colorado, shit, you setting your standards low.
That's what I think it really is because like the teams that we name in the other universities, they got guys that's been dogs for 100 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of this is like the cream of your crop. Like so they like shit. That's a promotional item too. Like hey man, these dudes came here. You can get your jersey retired or whatever. They ain't never really
Yeah,
had shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, you had Cordell Stewart and shit like that. Like you had a few
Mm-hmm.
players. Even basketball, Chauncey and them. But when you think of Colorado, listen to it. Only thing we think about Colorado is weed. You know what I'm saying?
right.
You might throw in the Broncos. When you say Colorado, do you think of them niggas being them niggas in football? Nah. So this is like they star students. So for them, I applaud them. But for the regular guys that love sports, man, y'all tripping, man, with this bullshit. It's way too early. I can see, like I said, I can see if they had maybe 8 years in the league. You know what I'm saying? Even if they was just average and they retired their jerseys, yeah, just to pay them homage. But man, these boys didn't even sign a contract yet.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep it 1,000 of what I think. Do Travis Hunter deserve his jersey retired? Hell yeah, he deserves his jersey to be retired. He's a Heisman Trophy winner. He did a lot for the university. He brought a lot of attention for the university. So did Deion Sanders. Shador was a very, very good quarterback. Very well. Very, very good quarterback. Possibly a top five, top three, top 10 pick in the NFL draft. Yes, they've had Cordell Stewarts and different players like that, but I feel like Mr. Sanders' jersey is being retired because
As his
his
daddy.
daddy is the head coach. And that's just keeping it 1,000%. And that's just me telling you what I think. Literally, he is literally just getting his jersey retired because his daddy the head coach. And his dad has brought a lot of attention, a lot of money, a lot of contributors to the university. So he and the fact that he was a good quarterback while he was there, they were like, let's go ahead and retire his jersey. I would have never, even for Colorado, this is a little bit ridiculous. This
Yeah,
is
they
almost like,
set they bar super low.
bruh, I feel like this is like when boosters make a large donation and ask the university to put the to put my name on the building that
Put
I
my name on the
purchased. That's
library.
that's what I feel like this is, bruh.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like this is. I feel like, hey, I brought a lot of attention to this university. Let me retire my son's jersey. You know what I'm saying? At least one of them. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, retire his jersey. Nudge, nudge. Make it like he was one. Now, is he one of the better quarterbacks to ever be at Colorado? Yeah, I
Yes.
looked up the numbers. Yes, I think he's like the third leading passer of all time in Colorado history in those 2 years. But also, he's also among. I mean, his record is only like what? I think it was like 13-11 the
Mm.
first year he was there. No matter how you want to slice it. When
Mm.
you get your jersey retired, you're supposed to be a legend. You're supposed to list
Mm.
off the accolades. You're supposed to list off the awards. You're supposed to list
Hey,
off the
Travis Hunter was
championship.
a part of that
You're supposed
13
to list
11
off
team
the,
too, though.
bruh, you're supposed to list off the Pac-12. You was in two different conferences. You're supposed to list off the Pac-12 championship. Where that at? Ain't nowhere to be found. You're supposed to list off the Big 12 championship. Where that at? Ain't nowhere to be found, big dog.
No
Ain't
playoff.
nowhere to be found. There's no reason other than your daddy being a head coach and y'all bringing money to the university for you to get your jersey retired. Period. Point blank. Now, I can see if y'all want to retire his jersey, retroactively later on in his career, like if he becomes an NFL legend. Cool.
Right.
I have no problem with that. That's like Michigan going back and retiring the number 10 for Tom Brady. I have no
Hmm.
problem with that at all. He's an NFL great. If he go back and they retire his jersey, more
Nah,
power to
that
him. I
that is an
understand.
issue. That is an issue.
I understand if that's what they want to do.
No,
But
man.
I feel what you said, but I ain't gonna have no problem with it. Like, hey, you want to bring more attention to your university? You can say, hey, this great went here. We retired his jersey, even if he wasn't one of the greats while he was there. That's fair to me. I understand it. Schools do that all the time. I understand, Darius. You have a different. I can see that you got a different opinion on that, but I'm just saying they just them return doing this right now just lets me further know like, hey, if he ain't good when he go to the next level, you know what I'm saying, at least we went on ahead and retired his jersey. He can say he did something while he was here. Now he's done a lot for the university. That was 9-4. But if you go through the history of Colorado, they was 10-4 in 2016. That's the last time they had 10 wins. He never even won 10 games at Colorado. The last time they were consistently good was in the 90s. That was like 94, 95, 96. That's when they won 10, 11 games. But then you was only like playing like 12 games a year anyway. But yeah, you're not retiring any of those quarterbacks' jerseys. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. You can put two and two together here. I literally just feel like they just did this because, they brought some money there and they didn't want to leave him out. It is what it is. I mean, that's just what it is. I feel like. I mean, they paid for the man to get his jersey retired. That's cool. Now, I do know this: when you have legends that has their jerseys retired, you can call the legend and say, "Hey, can I wear your jersey number?" It's happened once at Ohio State. Sean Andy Castonwear. He had to call Archie Griffin to see if he can wear his number. Archie was like, "Yeah, you can wear it." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
and then
Michael
you
Irvin
got
had to let what's the name wear his jersey too.
exactly. It's the same thing. Like at legendary universities, when you have a legendary player, you got to call that player if he's still alive. You got to call him like, "Hey, is it okay if we let this young man, wear your jersey number?" Now you can't just be some bum because now at this point you got to be at a certain level to wear certain jerseys. You know what I'm saying? You can't just wear the number two
Bruh,
at
ain't no
Michigan,
way,
right?
no
Right,
nigga.
Blair? You just ain't throwing on
And
too.
this is what
Like
I'm
you
gonna
just
say.
a regular Joe.
And nobody should be able to wear Tom Brady's jersey. Nobody should wear Michael Jordan jersey in a Chicago Bull uniform. Fuck you, you shouldn't even be able to fix your mouth to call Michael Jordan to use that jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just certain shit you can't
Hey,
call niggas on, bro. Like man, I don't give a fuck how great you think you is. You should that number should just stay retired. Again, I think it's just because this is a small school. I mean, it ain't small, but you know what I'm saying. As far as a program winning history,
it
this is
doesn't
all
have a
they
long
got.
history of winning.
Yeah, this is what they got, and it's good
Yeah,
because in the last 4 years, this was the talk of the town. So for the basically the COVID time, these was those niggas.
yeah. I
Mm,
feel like my thing is if you
but were
I
they
feel
though?
like I feel like if you feel that way about uh Shedeur, I don't think his daddy bought his jersey retired because I don't even see him treating them like that. Cause shoot, if that was the case, shit, he would have let this nigga play in the Celebration Bowl. This is the first time he was ever late to a meeting ever. He made this nigga miss the game. So I don't think he. I think he. I think he make them kids earn what they do. But I'm like, shoot, I feel the same way about Travis Hunter. I mean, he was a great player and all of this stuff. He won the Heisman and all of that. Did he really deserve to get his jersey retired?
Nah, he only won 13 games.
Hey, lost 11. Because, I
Man,
mean, what's the name? Shedeur won some quarterback awards. You know what I'm saying? This nigga just won the Heisman. Shit, Jason White won the Heisman. Y'all know what school he went to?
Oklahoma.
All right. And how many downs he played in the NFL, Chris?
you right.
Don't know.
You
Hey, you
right.
want to know? Guess what? He went undrafted. So, I mean, I guess, man, I just don't think it was enough time. Now, if he would have been there locking shit up for 4 years and he got his Heisman, you know what I'm saying?
That's
That's one
different.
thing. Yeah, but you got 2 years there, one,
Y'all was
20 years
cheeks.
from now, right now, because we lived through it, we know, like, them 4 or 5 games y'all won, we know where Colorado was. Shoot, 20 years from now, when they're looking at the record book, they're gonna be like, man, they was sorry as hell.
Yep.
Yeah, you can look at this right now and see that they were sorry as hell.
And you got a
So,
Heisman Trophy winner on your
And you got
team.
a Heisman Trophy in the last season where they won 9 games. For the 10th game, they lost. I think what was they playing in the Alamo Bowl or something like that. They lost that game. That's the
mhm.
game that Shedeur couldn't play. But like Shedeur is he in 2 years he is the fifth. He has the fifth most passing yards in school history.
But that's what
He
I'm saying.
got
That goes
just
back to the program, bro.
that goes back to the. I understand that
This is the
they're like,
best they
oh,
ever had. That's the best they
that in the
ever
game is
had, bro.
different. That in the game is different, which is true. That in the game is also different. There are still quarterbacks that had more yards than him, but he only played 2 years. The only person that you can give like a kind of like a comparison to him, they had a
Cordero
quarterback named Mike. Cordell. Cordell had played 4 years, but they was using him in different ways to
running.
be able to
Yeah.
do different
Yeah.
things. And the game was different. You see what I'm saying? So the game was different.
I
So
mean, I agree with that, but you at where you at in your what's the name, man? I'm still one of them people you can't like. That's like saying, okay, can LeBron play with Jordan and them? Nigga, we'll never know. But I would say, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right now in his timeline, that nigga dominated. I mean, well, was one of the best Colorado ever had. But you know what I'm saying? Again, they setting they bar low, and that's cool for them because this is the best, the cream of the crop they ever had. You get what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
so just
Mm-hmm.
like Jackson State, I could see them, even though they done had dogs that went to the NFL, like historically. You know what I'm saying? I could still see them retiring Travis Hunter and them jersey because we need those emphasis on HBCU, especially with NFL. You get well back actually all sports. You know what I'm saying? To get to the league in NBA or whatever. But but that goes to say again, look at the talent level. It don't matter what they were doing then and now. Shit, they won 13. 13 is 13, dog. No, any way you slice it. 13 is I don't give a fuck. You say, hey man, well, it's a different era. Nah, nigga, this era you won 13 games. Them niggas put on their pads just like you put on your pads. Shit, you came and won 13 games. You got an all-star coaches. There's no excuses. They got the head coach y'all wanted. He brought along
Mm-hmm.
his squad, his boys, his recruits,
Mm-hmm.
his
Mm-hmm.
homeboys coaching. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
done fixed up the damn stadium and all this shit. What you won 13 games.
Total.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, what else a motherfucker could do? And the thing is, and I'm not saying that in a shitty way. They was shitty before Dion came. So I'm gonna give them credit where credit is due to even get 13. Cause all them boys, he was either kicking off the squad or they was leaving. Cause they was trash. They was trash. They was like the laughing stock, bro. So you know what I'm saying? They did turn some shit around, but again, there's not too many. You name some nigga named Mike. There's a nigga named Mike on every team.
He only played 2 years. He threw for like 500 less yards than Shedeur in that time frame.
Might have
That's what
been Mike
I'm
Lowry.
trying to say.
Man,
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, I'm just
Mike,
saying.
yeah,
I'm just
Mike got him
saying.
about 500 yards, nigga.
We got a question from the chat. The chat did ask, did the Mavericks waste Dirk's prime by only winning one ring?
No, wasn't like Dirk wasn't tough.
Oh, it's about Dirk
Yeah.
Nowitzki.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah.
This is what the chat is asking right now.
No, they man, the Mavericks.
It
I
was a
don't know
tough
how
West.
old this person is, but the Mavericks had a whole bunch of stars around Dirk.
Yes, he
Yeah.
You,
did.
you done had Mike Finley, you done had Jason Kidd, you done had
Hmm.
motherfucking Jamal
Jason Terry.
Mashburn. Man, Steve,
Yeah.
man, come on now,
Michael
man.
Petrus.
Yeah,
The
come
You done
on
had
now
some
with
Matrix
good
those cats.
players.
had the
They just
Matrix.
played. It was a lot
They
of
just didn't
good
get it
teams
done.
when he played, bro. You had the Suns was good then. The Kings was good then. The Spurs
Yes.
was still good then. The Lakers
Yes.
is good
The
then.
Lakers were still good then.
You got
Like,
the Nuggets with Melo back then. That team made it to the
yes.
Western Conference Finals. Like he played against some tough
Some
competition.
dogs. Everybody was good.
But he might have
Everybody
had
was
the
good.
greatest. That's
He
why
might have had the
everybody feel
greatest
like his
run.
run to the finals was so great. He beat the Lakers, beat who else they beat? They
He
beat the
beat the Lakers.
Lakers, they beat the
They
Spurs,
beat Portland. They beat Portland when they had Brendan Roy and LaMarcus
Brandon
Aldridge.
Roy and LaMarcus Aldridge. They
Hmm.
ran through them, and then they took out the Heatles. I mean, it was the first year of the Heatles, but
They
that's a
swept Kobe and the Lakers that year too.
yeah.
People forget that.
So that's big, man.
That's
It's
big
tough.
shit, bro. It's
It's
just
tough.
hard. It's hard. I don't think they wasted Dirk. I just think that it's people got to understand that it's hard to win championships, bro. And you not only is he going against because the first thing people think about is when they talk about like, oh, did they waste him? They think about Shaq and Kobe. Nigga, he also had to go through Tim Duncan in the Spurs. Think about that.
And
That is not. It's almost impossible for him to get through. And then at the time when he was going and he was at the top of his game, he also had Kevin Garnett that he battling against in the other rounds, and
yeah,
different
and
players like that. Like we talking about big
his
time. We talk about the ticket at that time.
his game, I feel like the way he played, like it worked for him, but it wasn't like a game that necessarily makes everybody better around him, which in the time he came up, I mean, he the power forward. They
Mm-hmm.
still expect your point guard to make everybody better, but just power forward is my best player because he gonna go out, be able to go out there and get me 30. But it wasn't like he was like oh yeah, I'm gonna do this and everybody else gonna come open and this. No, we about to give Dirk that jump. Why? Because you can't block his shit. He about to go to work. So if he gonna score, I need everybody else to pick up in the other area. So I think it was just more of team. It wasn't him. Shoot, he won a ship.
Yeah, he did
There's
against
plenty
the Heat,
niggas.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Steve
he
Nash
Yeah.
got two asterisk MVPs and no ship. Shoot, Mike Bibby, Chris Webber, and them got no ship. That Portland team got no ship
zero.
in that era. And it was a bunch of good teams. Not even on the West. Them New Jersey Nets teams got zero ships,
Hmm.
man.
Shit,
So
the Knicks
the
zero.
Knicks zero. That Nuggets team zero.
The
Even after they
Pacers
got
had a
AI.
squad. Reggie did his thing for 17, 18 years.
So shoot, he should be proud. I don't think they wasted.
Nah, he got his when he got in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he a legend. If they feel like his shit was wasted, how you feel about the niggas that didn't win shit?
Yeah, Pat, man. I feel bad for
Boom.
Pat. Charles Barkley. It's a
Patrick
few of
Ewing,
them that
Charles
deserve that
Barkley,
shit.
Reggie Miller,
Hmm.
Melo, AI.
Hmm.
Shit, none of them niggas got it done.
Tracy McGrady,
Tracy McGrady, and a lot of them
Vince
got to the
Carter,
dance. They couldn't finish the mission. This
Vince
nigga
Carter.
Dirk finished the mission against fucking the
But it
Decepticons, nigga.
also took him a while to get like super aggressive in the league. That wasn't
Mm-hmm.
something he was, it took him a minute to get used to the league. And then by the time he did, he just was an older dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean
which
he gave up a lot to get that chip. Like he gave up everything he had, and then after that, he kind of went away. I mean, let's be real. He kind of went away. That it took a lot out of him to get that one chip, and then to try to
yeah,
go back to do it again
that's
was a
also
lot.
that's also just his build, man. He big,
Yeah.
and I seen him talk about it. He was like, he could tell when he had lost the step a little bit. That's why he had to adjust and get the crazy fadeaway that nobody could block and
Mm-hmm.
shit. So shoot, I don't think he
Yeah.
wasted it. Hall of
Yeah.
Famer,
First
I
Hmm.
ballot.
think he good. First ballot Hall of Famer.
Since we
Got
own
his
the
chip.
Dallas Mavericks, did y'all see Nico said he do not regret the trade of Luca?
Defense
Hey,
wins
you
championships, is what he said.
at
He do
this
not
point,
regret.
if you don't want to be fired when you leave out of this interview, that's what you gotta say.
Yeah, you got to
Mm-hmm.
stick to that.
Yeah, you can't be like, yeah, I'm second guessing it now. Oh yeah, they're gonna get you up out of there. Sure. Can I see you in my office?
Y'all think I know we got another subject, Chris, but
Thank you,
why
Sheree. I
why it's on my
appreciate
mind?
that. I appreciate your question too. But go ahead, Sean.
Y'all think Minnesota regretting getting rid of the big cat?
Yes.
Mm.
Think
Yeah.
so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're
Because
gonna
now
regret
you
that.
working the hell out of Anthony Edwards now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
get me wrong. He got better this year. You saw he lead the league in 3-pointer, but that's part of it, bro. He got to work so hard on offense now because Rudy Gobert did not get any better
He
on
about done,
offense,
man. He on his last tire.
and Julius Randle.
Not the
It's just
last
tough.
tire.
Yeah, it's
It's
a
just
wrap
tough
for Rudy, bro.
being his build. He's just undersized, so it just don't really help what they're trying to do.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, I
Yeah,
think they're gonna
I
regret that.
like Cat New York, man. I didn't see it at first, but hey, I guess with a true point guard, I mean, I ain't taking away from Mike Conley, but you got a point guard that's gonna score
Huh?
and dish the rock, plus play good defense. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Mike a little older, you know what I'm saying, but he going
Say what?
you can't compare Brunson and Mike right now. Maybe 10
Mm-hmm.
years ago, yeah. But you know what I'm saying? I think Cat doing a damn good job in New York. I feel as if them motherfuckers wish they still had him.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think so.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't regret the trade either. At this point because he still hasn't seen what he put together yet. I think they just got hit with a lot of bad luck all at the same
You
time.
ain't
You talking
gonna
Kyrie
about the
see it.
goes
Mavs?
down. Yeah, the Mavs.
You ain't
Yeah, I
gonna
don't.
see it, bro.
He might not get to see it, but me personally, I feel like this trade doesn't happen if the owners don't okay it. Like you're not just trading your star best player if the owners is not okaying it. I think they was like, okay, if this is what you're trying to do, you feel like this is what will help out our team, make our team better. They had to okay that and say, yeah,
Chris,
that's cool with us.
I had to disagree because we done
What
seen even
you mean,
just like in NFL, like when we seen the shit with Saquon, bro.
bro? That's
Some of these
different.
managers be just be. How you gonna say it's different? He
That
an owner,
that
bro.
is different. That
How?
is different. You're managing. Listen, the New York Giants was managing the salary cap and how to try to get around it. With them, they had different reasons for
That,
why they wanted to
bro,
trade him.
it's
I think
this.
the
That's
owners had
just.
to know.
I think that's just what they told us. They also was not trying to pay Luca 300 million, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It was a money game, bro.
And
Yeah, they
that is
wasn't
that
trying to
not an
give.
owner issue?
But what we saying is, it's kind of like the Saquon issue because of the money, because the money was a part of it. I feel like in the end, that might have been the biggest part of it because they feel like they could have get past cheaper with AD and Kyrie because I don't think they was planning on giving Kyrie no crazy contract,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nah,
but they
they
feel
won't.
like it's cheaper to get AD and pay Kyrie than to pay Luca and Kyrie
That makes sense too.
because I'm like the farther we get away from it, it's like eventually what they saying, you like, well, we'll see some of it eventually. You haven't seen it, bro. Just haven't seen it. All this about, well, he was doing this and he was doing that. Man, this nigga looked the same. Like he was hurt. And then when he wasn't hurt, this nigga went right back to like 38 and 8. So it's
Chris, can
like,
you admit that Luca look better than, with them Lakers uniform on?
No, I think he looks the same.
I think
He
he
looked the
look
hey,
same.
I'm
better.
gonna say
Yeah. I don't
you
think he
can't
looks better.
you
No,
can't
no,
say
you
that
know
you
what?
don't
I take
feel
that
like
back. I take that
he
back.
playing
I
better
take that back.
defense now.
I think he
Yeah,
playing better defense. So I think he looks better. He is playing much better defense.
I
Um,
told you that's LeBron rubbing off on him. That's all that is.
not, you know what? I totally agree with that too, Darius. So I will say he is looking better because I feel like the effort on defense is much more stepped up. But I agree with you that it's LeBron rubbing off on him. That, and I feel like here he has a player that he ultimately ultra respects as a basketball player. Period, because he idolized him, right?
that makes sense.
So when Bron is like, "Hey, we gotta step it up on that Dito," he like, "All right." You know what I'm saying? He ain't like, man, I ain't listening to what he talking about. You know what I'm saying? He like, nah, all right, this is my idol I'm playing with. If he's saying something, I know he's saying it for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just about the offense. We gotta play some D. And now we in the playoffs. Hey, now we gotta take it to a whole new level. So yeah,
Third
I would
seed,
say that.
baby. We
I would
didn't
say that he does look
sneak
better.
in the back door, baby.
And that's what I'm saying. Like with the Mavs, it's just like this was the worst case scenario. AD come over and get hurt, and we lose Kyrie for the year. Shit. So now you talking about AD? How old he gonna be next year?
31, I think. 31, 32,
AD?
31. 80 is
Nah, he
gonna be
gonna
like
Three
30.
34.
nah, he gonna be like
Really?
33, 34. Yeah, I thought he was
Really?
already 32.
Damn.
Yeah.
Is he that old? I didn't
Yeah,
think he was
man.
that old. Damn.
So then now, and then you talking about Kyrie, who also around 32, 33, coming back off of ACL, and you talking about coming back probably after the All-Star break because of the rehab and all of that. So you gotta wait a whole nother year before you can see. if you're gonna get a return on your investment, and that's you banking on a dude AD staying healthy still. Man, that shit a long shot, if you ask me.
Uh, well,
And the Lakers done got to the 3 seed, man. It was like in the 6 seed when they made this trade. Now these niggas the 3 seed, and they talking about how, oh, in all of the matchups, Luca gonna be the best player on the floor. So,
well,
man, these niggas lost the trade. What's the dude name who just said he don't regret it?
oh, the GM, I forget his name.
Yeah. So go ahead, take your money, put it in one of them interest bearing accounts. It's a matter of time, my boy. Get your ass up out of there.
um, all right. Speaking of underwhelming stars, since we were talking about the Dallas Mavericks, we'll just transition on over to the Phoenix Suns and Kevin Durant.
Oh my God.
Um, Not to say that he's been disappointing, but the team that he plays for and that he's the leader of um, have been disappointing. They've been very disappointing. They missed the playoffs. They are not even in the play in. Let me say that again. They miss the playoffs entirely. They're not in the play in. Didn't they lose like the last 9 or 10 games or some crazy net mess like that?
They're also the highest payroll in the NBA.
Also, the highest payroll in the NBA. This is a very sad situation to watch. I'm not going to even lie to you. I don't get any joy out of not having Kevin Durant in the playoffs. Um, Kind of sucks. Where do you guys think they go from here? Two questions. And in the chat, if you guys want to jump in on this conversation, that's great. Um, I'll read your comments down below. Is it time to move on and blow up the team? And if so, if you're Kevin Durant, where do you want to go next? Because we know more likely than not, it's not staying in Phoenix. So is it time to blow up the team? And if you KD, where do you want to go? Blair, I'll start with you, man, because been a little quiet today. What's going on,
Been
bro?
a little quiet. I ain't doing nothing, man. Dude, it's Phoenix is in a bad place, but they really gotta blow that team up. I think Buddy made like a bunch of rash decisions trying to hurry up and kind of turn the team around because he had just bought the team and he wanted to,
Mm-hmm.
try to do something without really checking into the players or seeing the things he was. That Bradley Bill trade killed him, dude. And he ain't going anywhere, and that's just on the books until it runs out because Bradley Bill ain't approving getting traded. He hasn't approved it thus far, and they keep trying, and he's still not going. So it's bad for them. I think KD is out of there. What somebody's willing to give up for him, I don't know, because they still talk about he has like value on the market for a trade. But I'm like, is anybody really giving up like 2 or 3 first round picks or anything like that?
Nope.
Just
Nope.
trying to
Hell
match
no.
contracts. Because Phoenix
Nope.
can't really do much because they're in the second apron too. So like they're hard
Yep.
capped on a lot of things. And if trading him doesn't get them under the apron, I don't really know how they get him off.
Where if you we're gonna play we're Kevin Durant today. Where would you like to go? Where would you love for your next team to be?
And I don't even know. That's a hard question, dude. Like, what's a team that you can just go play that already got like an established? I don't think he wants to do a return trip to OKC. I've seen people say OKC a couple
Mm-hmm.
times. Like, does he really want to finish it in OKC? Because I'm assuming the last place he go, unless he play till he 40, that's gonna be it. Like the end of this contract is pretty much all right. I'm done. So where
Mm-hmm.
would you want to finish that out?
I mean,
I don't
finishing where
know.
you started wouldn't be bad.
That'd be
True.
cool.
And I mean, they do have the
And he doesn't have to be the main guy.
they do have the picks, but like I don't know who they would have to get off to get KD and who they would be willing to trade for KD.
Because at this point, if we're being honest, I don't think his trade value is as high as it used to be. Obviously, just
Right.
with age, what he because next year he gonna be what 37?
37 or 38.
Yeah, 37, 38.
Yeah, something like
So, um, somebody's not gonna be willing to give up a lot for a 37-year-old star. Um, that despite what he's doing, he missing the playoffs now. Um, that's only just a fair statement. Um, I don't know. Do I feel like they're gonna blow up the team? Hell yeah. Do I feel like they should blow the team up? Hell fucking yeah. Um, where would I want to go if I'm Kevin Durant? You obviously probably want to go to a contender, but in all his comments, I don't think he even really cares about that. I just think he wants to play basketball and just have fun.
Mm-hmm.
And play with the guys he wants to play with. That's why I think he kind of don't want to leave Phoenix because he likes playing there. Whether he want to win? I think yeah, he wants to win, but do I think that is like the main thing? Like I gotta win championships type of thing. At 37, 38, I think he like I already done got my chips. I'm cool. I just want to hoop. And that's cool. I don't have a problem with that. Stephen A definitely got a problem with that. Me personally, I don't give a damn. He got his chips, he got his money, he's just doing his thing. I just want to hoop. And that's cool with me. Now, other people might feel a little bit different. Um, but I think if I'm Kevin Durant, I'm going to go where I was supposed to go the first time. I'm going to go to New York Knicks. I'm going to New York.
What they
Why
gonna they
not?
gonna what they gonna give up?
I don't know what they're
we'll
gonna
have
give
to
up.
give up. We'll give up a couple of them bench pieces
Yeah, give up a couple of the bench pieces, probably a pick or
because
two. I don't think
you
they're giving
don't
up
gotta sell
Mikal
the house.
Bridges. No, you
You
don't.
don't gotta
You
sell the
don't.
house at
You
this
don't got to
point in
give
his
up the
career.
house. Yeah, I would go to a contender like that. And depending on how the playoffs shake out, you can go and look at some different places. You know what I'm saying? If a team underwhelms, like if Cleveland underwhelms or somebody like that, you can go in there, slip in there and help them out, close out games. You ain't got to be the superstar. You can just go in there, do what you do, get 25, 24, whatever. What do you end the
You
season with?
gotta
Like
when
26?
you doing that, you gotta make the math though.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
He's making
But
50, $60 million a year. That
that's
means you gotta
true.
take away at least three guys that making 20 something million or a superstar. I don't
Or a
think Cleveland
superstar,
is willing to do that for
or you
KD.
have to be, or you have to be under the cap significantly enough to be able to make that trade and not have to match it. You know what I mean? Like if you get within 10 million difference and he making $10 million more, you can still get that off. But me personally, I think I would love to see him at the New York Knicks or because I'm trying to think of somebody somewhere in the West. I can't really think. Probably like the Grizzlies or something like that. Possibly
The
that might
Rockets.
be cool. The Rockets would be nice because Udoka is got them boys playing some basketball. Yeah, probably like the Rockets or the Grizzlies or something like that. Like a young team that just like to hoop. You know what I'm saying? Like those are two teams in the West. I just me personally, I think my number one team will probably be the Knicks. Um, because that's where he was supposed to go the first time, but he ended up going to the Nets with Kyrie. So
Mhm.
I don't know, Sean. What you think, man? Do you think they should blow it up? And if so, if you
See,
KD,
you
you
done
like to
messed
go
me up because if we ain't making the math, see, I was doing it to where the math makes sense. But if we just talking like
make
straight
the
up
math make
hypothetical,
say.
okay,
I
well,
would just say make the math make sense.
for the math to make sense and for him to be with a contender, I say the Denver Nuggets. He
Mhm.
got a big man that's gonna feed him the ball, and you could also get rid of Michael Porter
Mm,
and two other guys off the bench to make it make sense. That would help out both parties. A place that I would like to see him go, that he'll probably like to go, will either be Dallas or Miami. Miami needs a superstar. Have
Mm.
no superstar. You know what I'm saying? None. I mean, Hero, he nice. I ain't gonna lie. Hero nice. But
So you
he ain't
just
no
trying to
super.
sell tickets though?
I mean,
If
he's
you
in
going to
his later
if you
years.
bringing them to Miami?
Yeah, he's in his later years. I don't see KD really being a number one guy on a contender right now.
Oh yeah,
Mm-mm. Oh
I
yeah,
agree,
I
one
So
think.
hundred
so
percent.
yes, that's just where I'm at. So see with Dallas, I think he could be still 1A, 1B. And they can still be a contender with those three dudes. Him, Kyrie, and AD. Do he want to play with Kyrie again? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? I do like the Houston one. I just don't know what pieces they will give up. They pretty young, and those guys are growing
They gonna give
together.
up.
I
Hey,
Yeah,
just
so
thought of
they
one.
gon' they
I
gonna
like
keep
Emeka because
they
Emeka
gonna
was the
keep
assistant coach in
they
New
gonna keep
Jersey, well
they
Brooklyn.
gonna keep the Johnson kid. They gonna trade Jalen Green.
Mm.
Jalen Green, and you gonna have to give up something else.
Well, what do y'all
I
think
don't
about
think
this one?
so.
I just thought about this one. I just thought about this one. What about the T Wolves?
Nah, get out of Anthony
Play
Edwards' way.
you play with Anthony Edwards. That was your man. That's
Get out the
Anthony
way.
Edwards. KD's your man's.
And he gonna
No,
beat up KD in the locker room.
I don't think that. But nah,
I don't think it'd be like that, bro. I think that might work. That might work.
I don't think that's gonna work.
That might work. You
I
go
don't
ahead and
think that's gonna
trade
work either.
la- on your last will, Rudy.
They need a big, like another big.
I
Need to
know
get rid
another
of
place
Julius
that they
Randle.
could trade some young key pieces and still be nice. Like they could be potential contenders next year. Orlando.
Mm,
Yeah, you
I
can go
like
down there
that.
and play with Bancaro.
Paolo.
Bancaro with Paulo. Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be nice, man. He'll get some more endorsements with Disney. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Do your
Mm-hmm.
thing, boy. I mean,
I
but
had
I
a
do. But going back to what you were saying, like what Stephen A. Smith and a lot of guys don't like him bouncing around. Only thing I say, as you know, what I'm saying older guy, for you to be listed as one of the greats, it's not necessarily about you traveling around. It's about you wanting to have that hunger for another championship. It's
Mm-hmm.
cool to be just a hooper, and that's cool. I get that. But for you to be as one of the greats, you gotta have that hunger for the championship, bro. And he just want to hoop. So I see what Stephen A. be saying. Like, bro, I can't put you on the one of the greatest of all times when you don't even have that. You just want to go out there and just lace them up and hoop.
Well,
That's the only thing I could say I do understand what Stephen A. saying. When you look at them greats like Michael, LeBron, Kobe, nigga, they wanna be great. They want to be great. They ain't out there just to hoop, nigga. They off season. They train and they getting their body in shape, paying millions of dollars. They ain't out there just to hoop. They doing that shit for real, like live or die on the court. So that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. It's just a different mentality. I think niggas don't respect KD just because of the mentality thing. Because at the end of the day, the nigga a dog. The man's a dog.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Saying he one of the best scorers of all time. Can't nobody take that away from him. But just that mentality, like bro, even the comments he be saying on Twitter and everything else, just let you know he don't. He just want to hoop. He just want to go out there and hoop. Like this shit wrecked to him. He just get paid on the side.
Yep, he just really, really gifted at what he do.
Yep, there you go. And again, ain't nothing wrong with that, but you gotta also respect people that really follows basketball historically, and you like, damn man, he got all this talent. I know you see it all the time. You in Food Line, you see a motherfucker 6'7", 6'8", like nigga, what you do? Oh nigga, I work at Amazon. Like what? You ain't playing Euro League or nothing?
Hmm.
You feel me? And he just like he out there with everybody. Man, I'm just out here to hoop. These niggas fight for a championship. He don't got that hunger. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was coaching, I used to see my kids cry when we used to lose a championship. That's that passion you gotta have. He'd be like, shit, nigga, I see y'all next season. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have that passion behind it, man. If you just want to hoop, that's fine. But some people want to get that chip. People want to be a champion, bro. But that's my only thing on KD besides his defense is subpar. Everything else, man, that dude is out of sight, as they say in the 70s.
Uh-huh. What you think, Darius?
I had also thought the best chance would be the Knicks, just because you got a lot of guards, so you can trade like two of them guards. What's my man? I like him. He got the
McBride?
funny, you know, got the funny shaped head and shoot the ugly ass shot. Cameron Payne.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, man. But Cameron like 30.
that's fine. KD 37.
He already been to Phoenix.
KD done been everywhere too.
They
He
might
done been to
ask
New
for your
York.
boy Mitchell Robinson though.
They can have this nigga. They can
Mitchell
have this nigga.
Robinson, he play what he feel like.
Yep, they get however many out of 20 games he gonna give them, they can have that shit. That just takes him coming to New York. He can play free. It'll take some stress off of Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
Cat already
Yeah.
don't want a lot of stress. It'll help take some stress
Mm-hmm.
off of him, get him some more one-on-ones. So I think that's his best chance for probably competing and then not like destroying the team chemistry type thing. Biggest thing is if he come to New York, shit, they gonna fire Tibbs. You can't
He don't
run
play no
this
D.
nigga. Yeah, you can't run this nigga in the ground. I felt like him.
Yeah.
Like I said, I feel like Houston, man. Got a young team, hard that play hard defense. They could always use somebody who'll give you 25 a game. And I feel like I said Jalen Green because I do feel like I do feel like Jalen Green is a good player, but he also very inconsistent still. So I feel like they rather keep the other the other two young kids, and they can afford to. Jalen Green got some upside to where
Oh
teams would be
yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, I'll take him." You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all just wasn't doing the right things with him. So I can take him and work with him, stick him beside Devin Booker, maybe. To be real, shit. And get rid of Devin Booker too, man. He part of the problem.
Damn.
Nigga part of the problem, man.
Damn. Nigga, he
Wait a
just
minute,
took them to
what?
the championship, man.
He did. He did. Chris Paul was there. Chris Paul took them to the championship.
He ain't got no point
Wow.
guard. He running the
That's
point, the
kind of good.
shooting guard. He
But
doing it
that was the thing.
all.
He not a point. He's
Guess
not a
Hey,
what?
point.
they put
We
him in
can
that
we just
position.
say
You
that
got to be
now?
the
Like
captain.
Guess
we
what?
can
He
say that
also
now.
ain't.
He is not a point.
He is
He a
not a.
two.
He's also not a leader, bro. This nigga's a
I
D.
agree. I agree. But you got rid of your leader. You get rid of your voice. You know what I'm saying? Your captain, man.
Both
You
of
But
them.
that's because we. And I ain't saying that he should have had to step up and be the point because that's not his game. That nigga
right.
is a
I
It's
bucket
agree.
not.
getter. But this is your team, bro. This is
I'm a
even when Chris
bucket getter.
Paul was there, bro. This your team, bro. You gotta act
Yeah.
like this your team. You always nonchalant and passive aggressive, and then you want niggas to be like you, Kobe. Nigga, you ain't Kobe.
Right, right. Yeah, I be hearing him say that trash all the time too.
So it's like, hell nah, man. This nigga, even he acted the same way when he was with Team USA, bro. That man ain't trying to do what it take to win. He just trying to go out there and get a bucket.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
At least that's how I look at it.
I
I
think
don't
he
know if
just
y'all
I
see
think
something
Phoenix
different.
need a point guard for real to help elevate his game, bruh. They need a real true point guard to help out Devin. I think they'll probably keep Devin before KD.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's the younger star. I mean, I think they're trying to just get as much money off that cap from that second
But
apron
it
as they
don't make
can.
they like with the third highest paid team in the league. 3 years in a row, you get rid of damn good ass coaches. That
Yes.
means it's something within management. Even if you was a coach, I don't give a fuck who it is, Mike Malone, whoever. Do you really want to sign up for the Phoenix Suns?
Nope.
No.
You feel what I'm saying? So even if you get rid of KD, them niggas probably ain't even the problem, bro. It's y'all management.
I don't know, cause every
I don't know,
every coach
dog.
they done brought in there, the excuse been the same thing. Oh, he hasn't been able to galvanize the players.
No, it's not
At
that.
Man, but
some
It's not.
point, it's
look,
got
ever
to be
since
the players.
It's
KD,
got to be the players, bro.
but look, ever since, and I'm just, this might be more evidence. Look at the tail of the tape everywhere KD went, bro. Since he left the Warriors, there's always some bullshit around this dude, bro.
That's true.
Every
You gotta
single
think
That's
about
team
it.
is just
fair.
some bullshit.
The
That's
biggest
fair.
thing is that's because
I'm sorry, Bree, but I'm keeping it real.
that's because
She ain't in the
K
comments yet,
that
dog. She
that
ain't in the
go
comments yet.
that go back to what you were saying, Sean. That nigga just want to hoop. That's
Right.
why it worked out so good with the Warriors because he
So
could
will
go
he be a
here.
good leader
He
He
in
could
leads
just
in
Houston?
hoop.
other
Though?
ways. He
No,
wants to
no,
lead by just hooping.
But that's
no,
what I'm saying. I
no.
wouldn't like him to come and mess up my young boys. Like
You're
y'all
not
remember
the
the
leader.
show Scared Straight? You can't put
Yeah.
KD in the room with these young boys because he just want to hoop. You
Yeah.
gotta have
I
you
could
got
put
just
him
like I
in
said
there.
about like Luca. Luca came and started playing better defense. You got to bring a
But that's the
captain to
thing.
that team to uplift these niggas to that other level.
But that's the thing. If you're going to get KD, you're not going to get him for that.
Oh, you just get him
You
just
ain't
to
go.
hoop, just come get
Yeah,
some
you.
buckets.
Yeah, that's what you want for. I mean, at this point, even if he was LeBron or that type of leader,
Yeah,
he 37. You can't expect to put your team on this nigga back now. Like he not carrying you to no championship. Can he probably help you get over a little hump?
yeah,
Yes, just because anybody can use 25 points a game.
true.
But as far as like leading your team, nah, you ain't bringing them there for that. He gonna put butts in seats
Facts.
just because he Kevin Durant.
That's why I'm saying I
But
just don't want to get rid of my young guys that I know that's gonna get Jalen Green. I get what you're saying. It'll be a good trade for Phoenix, but I just don't, man, you gonna get rid of this guy who's a potential 25, 27 point game guy.
yeah,
I think Jalen Green can be a superstar.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and you getting somebody that might be on your squad 2 years and he wanna go somewhere else.
I agree.
That's a hard pill to swallow. I think just like with that
Jalen Green
Knicks
is
getting rid
superstar
of some
potential.
vets. Yeah, like like even if it was Hart, Payne, and Robinson, that's a fair
Hmm.
trade for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just don't, man, getting rid of a young superstar, and that's what I'm saying. Like Devin Booker gonna have to step the fuck up this year, or it's time. I'm giving him one more year. If I'm management or owner, one more year, and his ass gotta go. Cause then you the problem, bro. Cause we keep on trying to
yeah.
build around you, and shit ain't working. I mean, what else
Telling
can you do? It's the same thing that happened in Brooklyn, though, bro. But I'm saying this shit been looking kind of skept for KD, man. Everywhere you go, bro, you got bad juju.
you. Yeah,
That shit crazy,
Hey,
man.
I
We,
hey,
do
we,
feel
we
like
ain't
that's
said nothing
fair.
good about KD besides getting buckets since he left motherfucking in the Warriors.
only
Hey,
thing you other than that
it
is just
goes
the
back
big
to what
toe,
I had
what it could have
said.
been.
It goes back
Woulda,
to what
coulda.
I had said previously before. I said we discussed where he was at in his position, overall players, overall greats. I said since we had that discussion, he ain't did shit. No disrespect, he ain't added anything to the
We're
resume
on
to make
Pistol
me
Pete that
like.
again, bro.
I'm just saying.
Again, man.
He
I'm
better
just
than
saying.
Pistol
I
Pete.
had to say it. No disrespect. I'm just saying he hasn't added
Getting
anything
bad.
else to the resume to update it for us to be talking about him like
Nah, he going up
he
on the
top 10.
scoreboard. I
Oh
mean,
no,
not the
not
scoreboard,
top
but
10.
scoring leader.
I think he might
I
be
think he
top
might be top
15.
top 15, but
Top
so is
20 for
Giannis.
me.
He definitely top 20 now for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, he
Yeah,
Yeah,
top
he's
20.
top 20. He's top 20. But I think there's been players I think Giannis has passed him to be me personally. That's
ooh,
just me.
that's a good.
That's a
That's a
good. We gotta
that's
use that another
debatable.
day, bro.
We'll do
That's
that on another
debatable.
day. We'll do that on another
I
day.
feel like that's
Damn,
debatable.
That's
hey,
just me. That's just me.
I feel
hey,
like
it's
it's
some hot dog
debatable.
water
That's just
boiling
me.
over there, boy.
That's just
It is
me. I feel
definitely
like I'm cooking with
debatable.
grease with that, but hey, that's just
I don't
me.
know.
I
It's
want
the
Brianna to be
biggest thing
online
is
for that one. I want Brianna to be
biggest thing
online
is
for that.
KD got a lot of accolades. So it's not
Yes.
like he just some
I'm not
bum
saying he a
out here.
bum. I'm not
Yeah, he
saying he a
got an
bum.
MVP. He got like 4 scoring titles. But
Yeah,
hey, nigga, Giannis won MVP. What defense player in the same year? Nigga.
same year.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Come on
And he
now.
got a chip. And nobody is arguing that. Oh yeah, Giannis won these niggas this chip.
And like I said, and going old school for the old heads of Stephen A's, he stayed with his team, the Bucks. Small squad. That's just like if
Only
LaMelo,
reason,
like if LaMelo did that shit, man. I ain't gonna say he gonna do it, but I'm just saying. He'd be like
only
the
reason,
greatest cornet of all time.
the only reason I don't hold that against him is because just the time period has changed.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't care. These old dudes can talk all this shit all they want to talk, just like they know. And I ain't saying Giannis would have scored 250 in a game, but just like they know, if you just taking Giannis who he is and you stick him back then, he going crazy. You know,
Yeah, he
back
going crazy.
then, if you had the power to get yourself out of a terrible situation, you would
Gone.
do it. It wasn't like you just like, oh no, I'm everybody ain't like, oh, I'ma just stay with my team. That shit reserved for the niggas who could do that. That shit reserved for the Jordans. Like, oh yeah, I'ma stay to these niggas. If they don't do what I do, they know I'ma leave.
Hmm.
Everybody can't do that jump. So a lot of them dudes was just stuck in their situation. Just like niggas was leaving out of the East to not play LeBron. You think niggas wouldn't try to go out west and try to get to the final? Man, you
Yeah, that
crazy.
that was the
They
thing,
was
man.
all
Yeah, you just
trying.
tripping.
They was all trying, and that was the thing. They was all
They
like,
just
"Hey,
yeah.
we not
You didn't
getting
they
in
didn't
through
have a
this way.
choice.
Let's go over here."
Back then, you didn't have really have that power until the end of your career. Charles Barkley and some of them dudes who got older, like, oh now, yeah, we done got older. But you just didn't have the opportunity to do that then. Because if they would have, somebody
They
would
would have
have
done
went
it.
and got them one with Jordan, and somebody would have went and teamed up with somebody else to be like, man, we gotta beat this nigga.
Yeah,
Hmm.
a lot of them niggas did. Like even when Barkley went to Houston Rockets with Clyde and them. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of them they did try to team up, to beat Jordan,
But
and
that
you
was,
had a lot
but
of
that was, wasn't that after Jordan had his run? That was like '99, right?
no. Jordan
Houston
came
was
back.
like
They won
98.
three
He had
yeah,
just went there.
right.
I
Yeah.
was
Jordan was
'98.
playing
Okay,
baseball.
they didn't even make it to the finals.
Uh-uh.
Mm-mm.
You see
They
what I'm
was
But
too
saying?
old
but
Like
by
but
then.
Pip was
they was
holding it
all
down
old.
when he was gone though.
Of course, they
I'm
only
saying
lost like
like,
three less
bruh,
games.
if it would have been like if a nigga could have made the move in '96 after Elijah Wan went back to back, they would have
Yeah,
did it.
yeah.
But that,
They would have did it if they could have.
but people see, listen, everybody, and I love Pip. Pip is great, but everybody wants to give the credit, all the credit for them only losing three less games when Jordan retired. All well and true, but that just goes to show you how good the team was without him.
Yes, that was a
I
great team. I
agree.
mean,
It
it
Hey,
shows
wasn't,
you
we
how
gotta
good the
save that
team
tape.
was without him.
We gotta
And
save
then when
that
he
but
came
tape.
back,
that's
he
just
just takes it to a whole nother level to where
yes,
they're almost unbeatable.
they built this team, man. They built this team into what it was. Like,
Yep.
there's no shame in that team being that good because that's what they built it to be. Because you seen what it was if you just stick him just with anybody. You see that all the time. You get
Mhm.
63 against Ladberg. Yeah, he black Jesus, but we swept them niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's what you get. You gotta have a good team to
Hmm.
win. You have to. There's no way around it. Even Jordan, people consider him the greatest. Magic, Bird, everybody we consider great. None of these niggas won without a great team.
That's right.
Facts. Facts. So stop disrespecting them old school Bulls, bro. Had to wear the hat today because they in the playing.
Man, ain't nobody trying to
But
see them broke up niggas.
we gonna move on. I wasn't gonna hit this topic, but it's a hot topic. Nico Amaleva. Uh, Jesus. This young man decided that he wanted to transfer. He wanted to renegotiate his contract with the University of Tennessee, where they paid him 2 million. A total, they was going to pay him guaranteed $8 million throughout his whole college career if he had stayed all 4 years. So he's already collected, I would say probably like $4 million of that. Um, he decided he wanted to renegotiate his contract. Apparently that he was to the point to where he was thinking about possibly not playing in the playoff game when they played Ohio State. He ended up playing in that game, and he looked like a bit of hot garbage. Uh, they got
That's all I
destroyed.
need to hear.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm just keeping it real. Just keeping it real. You look a little bit. He had some moments, but he looked a bit of hot garbage. Um, and he wanted to exercise his right to renegotiate. He ended up playing in that playoff game. He was asking for $4 million. For perspective, the Georgia quarterback committed to going to the NFL draft, then took his name out of the NFL draft because the University of Miami stepped up and said, "We'll pay you 4 milli if you come down
Mm-hmm.
here to be our quarterback." And so he decided to go down there. Um, Nico said felt like he deserved at least what he got because he was hot garbage, and he felt like if he hot garbage, and I feel like I was better than at least him and his hot garbage, I feel like I should make that same amount. And the University of Tennessee, granted, I feel like they're kind of getting what they deserve because one, they reset the market when the young man came into college football by giving him $8 million total. The NCAA told them that they could not do that, right? And they said, fuck you to NCAA. Took him to court. Tennessee won. But now this young man says, hey, you got to pay me more, cuz. And the University of Tennessee said, you can kiss my ass with that, big dog. We ain't paying you no $4 million to be, let's call it what it average at best.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how do y'all feel about this? Do you feel like anybody gonna give him 4 milli? Uh,
Easy for me.
Go ahead,
Easy for me.
Darius. Go ahead, Darius.
All right. So who was his comp? Carson Beck?
I was about to pull up his stats in a minute, but go
No,
ahead.
no, no,
Yeah.
no. I don't want to hear no stats, dog. I don't need to hear no stats. How many SEC championships Carson Beck played in?
Ooh, I think he played in two.
Two.
I
I
want to say
believe
How
so.
three.
many? How many tennis? How
Well,
many dudes from Tennessee played in
and
since
I
he's
don't,
been
they
there?
weren't in. They didn't. They yeah, they weren't in the SEC championship last year. None.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he was just a
No.
freshman.
Oh, I
No, he
got
was a
you.
sophomore.
Oh, okay. And
I
you said
thought.
this year. This year they had played Ohio State in the first round.
Yeah.
Ended up bad,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Can
Real
y'all tell
bad.
me? Can y'all tell me? I don't even know this nigga name. Can y'all tell me his best
N-
highlight from this season?
No.
Nico Iamaleava.
Exactly. So why the fuck do you think I should pay you more money? It's since, hey, if we're gonna treat it like it is, we're gonna treat it like what it is, man. When, especially if this is supposed to be like you were saying earlier, Sean, if it's gonna take an NFL type model, hey,
Yeah,
we're paying for results. You already got paid for potential.
exactly. I
Now we
agree with
paying
you
for
100%.
results. Now we paying for results. Do you deserve this $4 million? We ain't
Nope.
gonna give it to you just because you say you deserve it. What did you do? Did you put Tennessee into prominent? How many times we brought up Tennessee? And I know, shoot, we ain't ESPN. How many times we brought up Tennessee this year?
Not hardly none.
Exactly. No, this nigga don't deserve no damn more money.
Yeah, he was going into his junior year.
You
Okay.
don't deserve more money. And now you learning a harsh reality, bro. Learning a harsh
He
reality. You
he got
gotta
redshirted
learn.
his freshman year, Sean.
You
Okay.
gotta know when to bet on yourself. You can't just bet on yourself because that's just what you want to do. The preparation meets the opportunity. He ain't prepared to make no $4 million. The resume not there. The resume not there. At least Carson Beck, you'd be like, yeah, our stats were similar. Well, he went to a bigger school than you did, albeit both of y'all play in the SEC. I'm gonna say Carson Beck definitely played better competition because Tennessee wasn't playing all these stupid high ranked teams. Georgia played stupid high ranked teams every year. They play a tough schedule pretty much every year. You talking about SEC championships won and lost, and oh, are they
Championships.
gonna make it to the national championship? They won a national
Hmm.
championship, and you have done nothing in 2 years. I can't call out no stats. I can't call out no touchdown. I can't call out shit. I only know what you done told me tonight.
Uh, yeesh. Okay. If you are comparing the two, he threw for 2,600 yards last year, 19 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He had a 70.5 QBR. That ranks
Uh-huh.
36 in all of college football.
Hmm.
Carson Beck threw for 3,400 yards, 3,485 to be exact, 28 touchdowns. So that's more touchdowns thrown for.
More
But he
yards
also
And
too.
he got hurt,
and more yards. And he threw 12 picks though.
but he
But his
also got hurt.
and he also got hurt, and his QBR was 80.9, which ranks eighth in all
Mm.
of college football.
Hey, the man.
So him getting $4 million and you wanting $4 million are two totally different worlds. You need to throw for at least 1,000 more yards and at least 10 more touchdowns. And your QBR has to be better than a 70 to warrant $4 million, sir.
Oh,
You got the
man.
$2 million, like Darius said, on potential. That's great. I'm glad you got your $2 million. I'm sure you're getting a little bit more than that with kickbacks and bonuses and things like that. But if we're gonna go over the things like your actual season, right? Because I understand that they're saying that your father is the one that's guiding you and pushing you to do these things. Okay, fine. But you're still a grown man at the end of the day. You getting paid, you getting a check, you're a grown ass man at this point. You don't live in your daddy's house. You are probably either on campus or have your own um, house off campus. His best games, the games in which he threw for over 200 yards.
Over
There,
200 yards. That's the low bar like a
okay.
motherfucker.
The best game he had was against UTC Chattanooga. He threw for 314.
Chattanooga,
Then
that's FBS.
I'm just giving you a stat, sir. Uh, North
Go
Carolina
ahead.
State, he threw for over 200 yards. They played Kent, no. Oklahoma, no. Both of those were wins. Arkansas, no. Florida, no. Alabama, no. He got close. Kentucky, yes, 292 in a win. Mississippi State, no. Georgia, no, in a loss.
All I'm
Um,
gonna say is what we just
UTEP,
shitting on Shedeur.
yes.
What we
Right.
just
Vanderbilt,
shitting on
yes.
Shedeur. This nigga played in the SEC. Man, get this nigga off the docket, man.
I'm just saying, I don't think the man deserves the $4 million. I don't know. I
Hell
hope he
no.
can find some place to play, but I think it's probably at this point, it's been such a backlash to one, how you came into the actual sport and into our conscious minds as college football players, which was cool. We understood that that's the world. But then for you to come back and then you wanted to actually I understand you trying to put yourself into a better position, but dog, this ain't the time to do it. Do it after you actually have a good season. Do it
This is the
after you
ugly.
actually put together a nice game or two or three or four or five, a consistent pattern of actually throwing for over 200 to 300 yards and a couple touchdowns with no picks. Do it when you're one of the better players in the NCAA. If you're going off of just your QBR, you're not in the top half, dog. You rank 36. You're not even in the top 20.
$36.
How can we give you 36, dog, in QBR? How can we give you $4 million, bro? We can't give you you can't get a raise on the potential that you might be good next year. That's just not happening, sir. That's not how the world works. So at best, I think you can hope for probably 2.5 to 3, probably from UCLA, because apparently your father has a relationship with the guy out there, and I hope you get
Shoot.
that.
I
But
don't mean
dog,
nothing.
4 million, you reaching. you
Who his
reach.
daddy is?
I don't know who his dad is,
Oh, I thought he was
man.
Dion or something.
Nah, nah, nah. Daddy ain't. But yeah,
But
I had to throw that in there, man. I know everybody pretty much feel the same way. I just had to throw it in there and say my piece. Sean, you got anything to add to that?
I
To
mean,
that?
only thing I agree with what both y'all said, 100%. The only thing I do, because I'm always gonna fight for the kids for these monies, for the simple fact. Now,
hmm
I wouldn't say that he deserved 4 million, but the thing is, at any given play, the game can be taken away from you. So of course,
Yep.
you go
agreed.
if you
You
was to
get
go
what you
to a
can.
job, you working at Ross and you going to TJ Maxx, you gonna ask for more money that you was getting last year.
Hmm.
Shit, especially when you see motherfuckers around you getting paid. I ain't saying you got to shoot for the max. You know what I'm saying? But you might just throw your ring in the hat, like your hat in the ring. I said it backwards. Like, hey man, shit, let me get 4 million or whatever. But I'm thinking the way it was, his pops is in his head. We don't know what background these guys come from. We don't know if they living in a one bedroom shack, six people on
Right.
a twin bed. We don't know what the background story is. So he might be trying to go all in while the NIL is good.
Yeah.
Everybody eating. So you know what I'm saying?
hmm
Why I can't eat more? You know what I'm saying? I done took my team to the playoffs. We know, and they might be doing calculations. Oh, these motherfuckers done got 10, 15 more million just because I helped them to the playoffs.
They did. They
Hey,
got 15 million,
You
I
get what
believe.
I'm saying?
that's
So we can't really go off with it's just like Blue Chips, the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The white dude from Indiana wanted to get his dad a tractor. You know what I'm saying? His dad said, "Hey man, give me $2 more million." You know what I'm saying? These teams just ain't biting. And flipping the coin on that side, and I understand. Sometimes it's gonna have to come to a point to where the NCAA, especially the top Power Five schools, they're gonna have to start saying no or put a limit, a cap on how much these guys is getting, man. I
that's
hate to say it, I'm not going against the players, but the shit gonna get so ridiculous where it's gonna fuck up the game for everybody. You
right.
know what I'm saying? That's what I hope it don't go to. It's gonna fuck up the game for everybody because dudes is doing it just like pro. I mean, I seen a dude, matter of fact, it's a dude named for that played basketball for Ohio State. Can't think of his name right now. But he
Mm-hmm.
played for South Carolina one year, went to Ohio State, played basketball there. Then he transferred back to South Carolina. I
Yep.
mean, he done did this shit twice. That's transfer you. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I do like the stipulations the SEC got for as you can't transfer within the program. They might
Mm-hmm.
have it to where you can't even transfer in the top Power Five. You do some goofy. If I'm giving you $4 million or even two, and then the next year I done built my program around you, and you want to transfer to UCLA, it's money. We playing with money now, kid. Even though you 20
Right.
years old, I done got all these wide receivers to build around you, and I'm giving them $1 million a piece. And now your ass want to transfer. So this is this
Exactly.
this
Because
is business.
right. Because it's no longer, oh, I'm gonna just bring you here and give
Mm-hmm.
you a full ride. It's like shit.
Exactly. So
These niggas
we
gave
gotta
you
handle I gotta handle
two
you like an
million.
employee.
Yeah, they gave you 2 million and you want to leave. I know after this year, shit, you don't want to leave here and try to chase another bag.
My point exactly. So I do think I hate to say that the feds will get involved, but I think that a lot of these schools gonna have to pick up where the SEC left off at, and I wouldn't even be surprised if all of them kick these niggas out. Like, okay, if you want to transfer and they still giving you like 6 years of eligibility, because you can go to JUCO for
Right.
2 years and still have 4 years of eligibility. So
hmm
you know what I'm saying? So you trying to get all this bread, and I do understand a lot of you guys are not gonna get drafted. So get your money, man. I'm 100%
Right.
behind you. But at the same token, like Darius just said, how do I know you ain't gonna take this money and be at the next school or rival school or whatever? Then on top of that, if you putting up these type of numbers, I don't know if you're gonna be average or booty.
Exactly.
You
That's
know
what
what
Could
I'm
I'm
took
saying?
a
Like
saying.
you
shot
You
can't
ain't
on you.
even
keep giving me
coming with the
50,000 for a
resume.
scholarship no more.
You ain't even
Mm-hmm.
coming with the resume. I ain't giving you, like he said, $50,000 a year just to come here. No, nigga. $2 million. That's
Yeah.
enough money. And like you said, I'm all for it too, bro. Get that money, change your family life, change your life. Hey, even if your family already got money, get off your people's money. Now you got your own money. So
Hmm.
It ain't like he just got like 50 or $100,000. Shoot, you got 2 million, bro. These
Yeah,
dudes drop these contracts for you to honor at least most of it, man.
yeah, exactly. It's gonna have to something gonna have to get agreed. And I wouldn't be surprised where these dudes gonna have to go down to either like the JUCO level or something like that, or D2, and play a year down there before you can even come back up.
Yeah,
That shit would stop all that transfer shit. Because if
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay you
No,
$4 million and you here with
this
me for 1 year, oh nah, you can't go nowhere then.
I
Go
feel
go.
like this is part of the precedent though. Like, oh yeah, shit. Somebody else, because it's so much money, somebody, a better player will come and take less and perform,
Yes,
and then we can give them that bread. Like,
yes,
Bro,
so
it's schools telling him no. Nah, we don't want you around
yes.
it's a
here.
bunch of
No,
schools that told him no.
telling
A
him
bunch
no.
of schools.
Exactly. So that's what
And
I'm saying.
listen, the
Sometimes you
kid is
gotta,
talented. The kid
yeah,
is
he is.
very, very talented. He got
Yeah.
skills. It just, first of all, this is really bad timing, and you're already getting 2.2 million. Where most of the people in the United States, let's keep it real, a lot of these people is on welfare. A lot of these people
Nigga,
broke.
they in the
A lot of
top
people ain't
five
got no
percent now.
job. You in the top 5% of people of wealth in the world, in the
You in
country.
school getting paid this.
You in school
Yeah.
getting paid
Most motherfuckers go to school to get paid. You getting
to
paid
get
to go
Yeah.
to
paid,
school.
or you got motherfuckers that's out here stripping to even pay for school.
You
You
feel
got
me?
You feel
most
what
of
I'm
the people
saying?
you went to school with leaving school in debt, nigga.
In
Man,
debt.
I still owe motherfucking 60,000.
Exactly, bro. They're gonna be
And I
paying
ain't even in my
student
damn
loans for the
career.
next 20 years. And you
See.
these niggas done paid for your education and gave you two
Give you
million
2 million.
dollars. And you probably, and I ain't saying that this is necessarily him. And all you had to do was come and be like, yeah, I'm gonna just take these classes and be a PE coach.
Hmm.
Not got nothing against PE coaches, you know what I'm
Yeah, I get
saying?
what you're
But
saying. Yeah.
yeah, you got motherfuckers in school staying 6 years because they taking biology majors, gonna be broke as fuck when they get out of school.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, bro, you got to think about the climate that we are actually in, and you come out here saying that you want more money from a 20-year-old, because he got registered first year. So he probably about 20, 21 years old. From a 20-year-old kid, 20-year-old man, I ain't gonna call you a kid, you a man. You can go to war, you a man. From a 20-year-old man asking for $2 million more when you haven't even met really the 2 million, the requirements of the $2 million that I
Saying, bro,
already gave you.
who you
I
said
think
this nigga
I
played?
think he made his 2 million though. Cause he
I
I
mean,
mean,
because they got to the playoffs, but that's not
yeah,
because
yeah,
of him.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
because of the running back,
I'm about to say, but
Yeah,
just
Andy
did
Reid.
he
imagine how
make
much
all
money they
SEC?
done made.
He's already made $4 million or a
Oh
little bit
yeah,
over.
I ain't about
So
to
they
give him
they
Oh
another.
they
nah, he's
guaranteed,
done. It's a wrap.
and that's the
Yeah, I ain't
thing.
giving
They
you another four, man.
guaranteed him $8 million when he came out of high school. So at 18, he had a guaranteed $8 million,
And his dad
right?
said, "Hey man, I need
So
four more, man."
the thing of it is the first year they redshirted you because they knew you wasn't ready, right? But they still paid you $2 million.
Right? Because they like, oh, you gonna blossom into this guy, and
Yeah,
just
we
like
gonna
any,
we gonna
hey,
make
it
you and
don't
turn you
always
into this
work out.
dude,
It don't
Right.
right?
always work out the way you think it's gonna work out. So they
That's the
both
thing.
sides made adjustments.
I think
They got in
he should have
trouble
never
for
compared
you.
himself to Carson Beck. That's where he
Yeah,
kind of
that was
fucked
the
up at.
wrong thing
Well,
to
see,
do.
Yeah.
that's what I don't think he compared it to. Everybody was trying to make a comparison to where, like, why does he think he deserves $4 million? The only person that got $4 million that we know of was Carson Beck from Miami,
So he compared
right?
himself to Carson Beck.
So you basically are the quick comparison that everybody made was to Carson Beck. Like, well, we know that he was
Right.
pretty much kind of ass last year. Why would you say
That's
you? But you're not even on that ass type of level. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least he throwing for yards and throwing
we was
touchdowns.
we was
You
saying he was
you're not
booty,
doing
but
that.
we was talking about cream of the crop. He at the back
Cream
of
of the
that
crop.
booty. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? We ain't like, oh yeah, he in the bottom five of the SEC. No, he probably still the best quarterback in the SEC, but he playing booty.
he playing booty.
We ain't never
And
said that about what you said this nigga name is. Hieroglyphics.
Nico.
Nico, we just call him Nico. We just call him Nico.
Nico. Nico, okay.
That's that Steven.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
bro. I mean that's the thing. The thing of it is they got in trouble when they recruited you and brought you in and gave you that guarantee $8 million was something that they wasn't supposed to do. They got in trouble for you. They went to
Yep.
court for you.
Everybody make mistakes.
They went to court for you. All other schools was mad at Tennessee.
Yep.
Then they won the case. Now
And
you in there, you getting your money. Nobody's really saying anything. And now you like, I need some more money. Like they're like, nah, dog, nah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. We already paid money to get you here. We paid you money. We paid money to the lawyers to get us off of the punishment. We got
hey,
off. Now you
that's
want
where
us to
your
give
$4 million
you money?
done went.
That's where
So
your
The other
$4
four
million
let's
million done
dollars
let's
went to
went.
use
lawyer fees.
let's use Mr. Smith for Ohio State for a good reference. Was he
Which
the main reason why
who?
we made it to the championship?
Oh
Jeremiah
yeah.
Smith?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JJ.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He was
Did he
a
deserve a
huge part.
raise?
He
Yes.
does.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying with this guy. I can see when he I mean, this is with any job though. If you in a job and you in the field and you like, man, I'm doing the same. I don't know why you compare Carson Beck, but he comparing himself to other guys and they know how much they make. We can't see it. But you probably like, damn, this dude, I'm just throwing out of school. This dude for North Carolina is booty and he making 2.5 million. You just like if I go back to work right now, I know a dude I train will be making more money than me. That shit don't make sense
Right.
to me. I'm going straight in the
Right.
office day one.
But
Fuck
Mm-hmm.
this
break,
is the
fuck
thing.
lunch.
The dude that you saying that's booty, when you comparing them, how booty is he? That's like if
Yeah.
we call that's like if we talking about top quarterbacks in the NFL, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we talking about, let's say, Matt Stafford and Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold just had a hell of a year, this, that, and the third. But when we talking about paying niggas, even with what Sam Darnold did this year, because of his complete resume, you ain't gonna be you be like, yeah, he deserve a raise. But you if he asks for the same raise Matt Stafford asks for, you're gonna be like,
I'm gonna
man,
look
you
at him
fucking tripping.
crazy.
Well,
Exactly.
even if we're not even looking at it as far as like money is concerned, right? And you want to transfer, cool, I get that. You just want to say it's not even about money. You're still putting yourself and as you know what I'm saying, still put you and your father are putting yourself in harm's way as to not making it to the NFL. And here's why. Now you got to go to a new school who's running a whole new system. You're going to go to a new school with different receivers, linemen, running backs. You got to learn all that shit all over again.
And they
And,
probably
and and
also
you
have
never
money
even played it
invested
down with
elsewhere.
these motherfuckers.
Exactly.
They
You
got
know
the
what I'm saying?
money
You don't know what
invested
this culture
elsewhere,
is
so
really
you
going to be like.
battling.
Yeah, you don't know what this culture is really going to be like. You already behind the eight ball because you got quarterbacks that are already been there for possibly 3 years, 1 year, 2 years, whatever. They've been there longer than you. They already know the playbook. They already got chemistry with the players. They already been in training. They already built a bond with the team. You're already behind the eight ball. You play quarterback, sir. Why would you do this to yourself? That doesn't make sense to me. You're
It's all
sabotaging
about the
yourself
money, bro.
at the end of the day. Even if it's about the money, Sean, if you get this back, what's the guarantee you're gonna ever get another one? And but you also just sacrificed and just set on fire $4 million.
Yes, you fucked up the bag you already had,
Yeah,
You
he gonna
and
already
probably
fucked
go.
up the
that's the
bag you
risk.
already
Yeah,
But
had.
yeah, you know,
that's
yeah,
the risk
he'll
you
probably
take.
go to another school. I think he fucked up his name. And that's the
That
problem with,
too.
with parents and friends and shit getting involved. Like, but it's always some type of, I ain't gonna say necessarily scandal, but we could look at a lot of, especially our black quarterbacks, like even Cam Dad played a major role in his life, and like they had that little bullshit
Mhm.
going on. But you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? As a father, you want what's best for your child, but sometimes we as parents and friends, whatever, we think about what's best for us. Not what's best
yeah,
for him. He should have took that 2 million and ran. I don't give a fuck if your family got 10 million in the bank because
Mhm.
you still playing in the SEC. You a starting motherfucking quarterback, and half the quarterbacks in the SEC is going to the league
yes,
easily.
My thing is, the money could have came.
That's what
The
I'm
money
saying.
might have came
Just chill.
if you think you as good as you say you is. You could have went and played, and then it would have been like they had to give you the money.
Yeah, if they would have made the playoffs again this year coming up,
Yeah,
they
they
would have
probably
had
would
them.
have gave you
We
an
would have had an
increase.
argument.
We going all in for you. This your senior year. You done showed us, hey,
It would have
shit.
been
And
his
now what
junior
we gonna do?
year.
Now you gonna give them the chance, like, well, shit, we go get us a 5-star recruiting. Fuck it. We ain't gotta give. And we learn from our
Darius.
past mistake. We
It would
ain't
have been
giving
his
this
junior
nigga
year.
$4 million.
Guys, that's the thing. It would have been his junior year. He still would have been able to get up and get more money. Say if he had
No,
balled
that's what
out
I'm saying. He could have
and he
went and
still,
balled
your
out this
contract is
year.
up. Your contract is
Then
up.
you
You've
get the
already got
big
8 million.
payday for your senior year, and it won't matter how you
I
fucking
see what
play.
Darius saying.
It
Yes.
won't matter how you play for that last contract. This your last year. They're gonna
It's your
have to
last
pay.
year. They gotta pay you.
So at the end of the day, man, shut the fuck up, man, and show me
Yes.
the money. Do something on the field so we can pay you.
Bro,
Mm-hmm.
he gotta understand now you in a show and prove business at this point, son. You no longer in high school. You gotta show what you can do
Respectfully,
and
tell
prove
your
what
dad
you
to
can
shut the
do.
fuck up.
Yeah,
And sometimes you
sometimes
gotta tell you,
the
and sometimes you gotta
best way
tell
to
you,
parent is out of the way, man.
mm-hmm.
Stay out the way.
Sometimes
Especially
you definitely gotta tell your daddy to shut the fuck up when you getting the money.
Yeah,
yeah.
you fucking up
Tell them
my
just be
money.
happy for you. Like,
You know what
Daddy,
I'm saying?
you got any agent experience? No, you was a contractor? All right, Dad, sit at home. Sit at
Right.
home, bro.
All right,
This is
guys.
cool.
I didn't mean for us to stay that long on that subject, but it did get kind of passionate because it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We love sports. We gotta move on though. We gotta move on. To the NFL draft we go. All
All right,
right.
get my phone.
Yeah, I'm
We are
fucked up.
definitely we're definitely covering the defensive ends, defensive tackles, and possibly the linebackers. If you don't have any, I will understand. Um,
Let me go first because I'm doing mine off the top of my head.
all right, go ahead. Where you want to start with?
I'm gonna go my DNs in no order because I didn't get the
Mm-hmm.
memo until about 5 o'clock tonight. I
I gave
think.
it to you last week. You forgot about it. It's
No, because I
okay.
remember we was talking about that we was because we thought we was gonna have one more week or something like that.
No, for the other ones, for the
Right.
corners, we
Yeah.
do.
So
We
I
have one
I
more
didn't
week
put
for
my shit.
corners.
I didn't put my shit together. So off the top of my head, I'm gonna go with my boy JT, DN, Captain Jack, DN. I think his last name is Green from Marshall. DN.
Mm-hmm.
He led the league in sacks. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
those my top three DNs. Defensive tackles. I want to go with Harmon from Oregon. Um. Oh no, we ain't doing defensive tackles. We're doing linebackers, right?
No, we're doing defense tackles.
Oh, okay. Well, let me go with Harmon at defensive tackle. Um, I like Tariq Williams, but yeah, he'll probably be my top five. But yeah, I have to go with Harmon as one. Linebackers, I had to go with Buddy from Georgia. Damn, what's his name? Damn, I can't think of his name.
Jalen
I
Walker.
know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah. Jalen Walker. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go with
Devin Walker.
Simon. Not big block zero Buckeye. Um, and that's all I got, just off the top of my head. I might say something that I might just be, oh yeah, that guy. But yeah, that's all I got.
All
Oh,
right.
don't sleep on that Mac player though, man. He is really fast off the edge. I like Mr. Green. Oh, and I gotta throw in the Charlotte boy from Tennessee, man. I gotta go with damn, that's my son's friend and shit. Can't think of his name right now.
You talking about power?
No, not Power. Power went to North Carolina. He gonna be probably about fifth, sixth round pick.
You say he went
Mm-hmm.
Um,
to who? What school he went to?
Tennessee, Tennessee.
James Pierce.
There you go, Charlotte boy. Went to Vance, right here,
Mm-hmm.
University. Yeah, them boys won state and everything.
Tay went to school with him too. I ain't know.
Yeah, he was at Vance. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
Power. That's what I said. All them boys, even Florida State, starting middle linebacker, went to Vance too with them boys. They gonna have a squad. I was telling y'all that. Y'all remember years ago? I said, man, it's gonna be so many dudes coming out of Charlotte and Rock Hill, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Ro- Roby, the
All
tight end from
USA.
Alabama, he gonna be all right. Robbie,
Mm-hmm.
he gonna be in the
Mm-hmm.
sixth, seventh round, but he gonna be a nice tight end. But yeah, that's all I got off the top of my head though. But James Pierce, Oh, and then the other defensive end from Boston College. Can't think of his name off the top of my head.
Boston
Uh,
College. Boston College. Let me
yeah, y'all
see.
could probably look it up. But yeah, I seen his
Donovan
film.
is
There you
zero
go.
two.
There you go. So
Yeah,
those my
some of
top
these.
five edge rushers. I gotta have my two Buckeyes, James Green from Marshall, and old buddy from Boston College. Defensive tackle, I can only think of Mr. Williams and Harmon from Oregon. I'm good.
All right. He went through the whole shebang, but thanks, man.
I'm gonna just
Appreciate that.
I'm gonna just
Go
do my
ahead, Dave.
lineman. I'm still well. I did like edge rushers, ends, and linemen. I did a
Mm-hmm.
top three for like all of them
Okay,
combined.
let's see what you got.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, man, I'm tripping. Number one, I got a dual Carter, nigga. What the fuck?
Oh shit!
Yeah, you tripping, dog. You tripping.
That's
That's
why he
all I'm
going out
saying.
the top of his head.
Yeah,
He,
tripping. I'm gonna go up dual Carter.
I'm gonna drop dude from Boston College out of there.
Yeah.
yeah.
At number two, I had James Pierce Jr. I did have him coming out of Tennessee. At
Okay.
number
Okay.
three, because I did do three, I had to look at a little bit of tape. I got one defensive tackle in here. This is like I got like a three-way tie. I got Mason Graham, but I feel like he's pretty good from Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
I like Walter Nolan from Ole Miss. Feel like
Mm-hmm.
he did pretty good. And a sleeper, I hate to give it to y'all, but my sleeper is Jack Sawyer from Ohio State.
Mm. I like your
That's
list.
that's
I
me as far
like.
as defensive tackles, edges, edge rushers. That's what I got right there. I feel
I
like it's a
feel it.
lot of talent, but I do feel
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, that kid, I feel like Jack Sawyer gonna go to like a good team. He could end up with like one of them teams that shift out the linemen a lot. Fucking
Mm-hmm.
Eagles, fucking 49ers,
Mm-hmm.
or even if he could end up somewhere with a beast on the other end, like maybe the Raiders or some shit like that.
Or even
I
the
think that kid
Browns or
gonna,
something like that.
yeah, or even the Brown. I think he gonna be all right. But yeah, dual Carter, everybody else just feeling right now. I think he's all right.
Yeah.
And
So I split mines into two different groups. I got defensive ends and defensive tackles. Guys, this is the channel that came and told y'all that, that who were going to be the offensive and defensive players of the year, rookies of the year, and we've been right, I think every year either or offense or defensive players of the year. We get it right every single season. Um Even going back to when the Dallas Cowboys drafted dang it, Michael Parsons.
Michael
Um,
Parsons.
I had him, me and Darius had him as our best player in the draft, period. He got drafted to the Cowboys. We said he was going to be Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, and he was. And he's been dogging ever since. So we are that channel. So if you're not familiar with us and this is your first time watching us, trust me, what we saying, we actually watch the tape and we not giving you some take that other people, is going off of. We don't give you those type of takes. So at defensive end, it was very close for me. I almost went with another guy, but I think I view these two as 1A and 1B. I have Abdul Carter and James Pierce Jr. from Tennessee. Um,
Mhm.
those two, I view them on the same length. The only difference why I think I had Abdul Carter edged out as defensive end was because I feel like he plays more. He plays more and he's just as consistent where James Pierce um, he only played a certain amount of snaps. I think that was kind of lean me towards Abdul, but James Pierce is a dog. Do not get him mistaken. He is a dog, and people are going to let him slip in the draft because of the way that they did their rotations at Tennessee. Trust me, the boy's a dog.
Mhm.
Number three, I went with Mike Green from Marshall.
Yep.
He can play. He can
Yeah,
play at
he
defensive
nice.
end. He can play. Um, at number four, I have JT Tuimoloau. I have him just ahead of Jack Sawyer. I think JT has so much ability. He has a little bit more tools than Jack, but I think Jack is just Jesus, whenever it's a big game or a big moment, he can turn it on. He'll just turn into some a totally different football player. And he just comes up and makes the play. No matter what it is, no matter what the situation is, he comes up and makes the play. And he's just consistent. What I am noticing and what you need to look for if you are a football, if you have a favorite football team out there, a lot of these defensive ends on Pro Football Focus, on the draft, and what they're talking about is who they feel is the best defensive ends. A lot of these guys are tweeners. So a lot of these guys that they have at defensive ends are really small linebackers that are just rushing the
Outside
passer.
rushes, yeah.
Yeah, just outside rushers. They're not true defensive ends. They can't they really can't hold up to a power run team when they're running get you run the ball right at them. They'll take advantage of them. They're undersized. So and that's what you see a lot of the times even on tape. And their hands are all over the place. They don't have strong hands. They're not quick hands. They're beating a lot of the tackles in college football with speed and not with their hands and their strong hand movement. But these guys that I have on this list all have great hands, all have great feet. They have speed, they have power. When they can go, the best from speed to power is Abdul Carter. I feel like, and the second best from speed to power, I would say it's JTT. Man, his power to speed is crazy. His power, man, you see some of the clips that I watch. He didn't get the sack, but he absolutely destroys the offensive lineman. And the quarterback just got rid of it fast. And then a lot of times they wouldn't call the hold. Those two are both of my sleepers. I got them 4 and 5. Him and Jack, I got them 4 and 5. But when they get to NFL, they're gonna they're gonna draw so many holding calls. It's gonna be ridiculous. Excuse me. Then at defensive tackle, I'm not a hater, but I do hate Michigan. But I
Mason Graham.
wasn't gonna hate on these guys.
Are you gonna put
The
both
one
of them on there?
they're both in my top four, sir. I
Hell
have
nah.
Mason Graham as my number one defensive tackle. Very, very close. I almost went with someone else, but
Thank you, sir.
Mason Graham's consistency and the conference that he plays in, which is in the Big Ten, which has a lot of great interior offensive linemen. And you'll see that in this draft too. I had to go with Mason Graham, man. Mason Graham's tape, there's nothing you can say about it. He's just consistently consistent, and he the man. Um, Number two, I have Walter Nolan, just like Darius. That's why I said I like your list, sir. You could tell that he watches tape because you could see the talent. Um,
Oh, Walter Nolan, where you go? Mississippi State or something like that?
he transferred, yeah, he transferred to Mississippi. He started out his career
Ole
at
Miss,
Texas
yeah.
A&M. Yeah,
My
yeah, he
fault. No
went, he went,
disrespect. I know they be getting mad about that shit.
yeah, yeah, they did, yeah, they do, yeah, they do. But
Man,
yeah, he
fuck them
went, he went
people.
to Ole Miss. Number three, I have Kenneth Grant from Michigan as well.
Mhm.
He a bad boy. He got a lot of physical tools. I don't think he reached his limit. Um, I don't think he's reached his full potential yet. I've seen a clip of him running down a running back. Man, listen, this boy, he got speed, he got power. He gonna be good. I think he gonna be one of those players that is gonna be better at the next level than he was in college. And then
I
fourth,
agree.
I have Tyleek. Yeah, and then fourth, I have Tyleek Williams. Tyleek Williams, he has all the tools in the world, man. It's just about being healthy and keeping his motor going. A lot of the times, he doesn't have it going a lot of the times. But when he got it going and he wants to get to the quarterback, he getting there. He's unblockable. Those four guys I feel are slam dunk. You're not missing if you get one of those four guys at defensive tackle. Linebackers, I had a tougher time. The reason why a lot of the higher rated linebackers that I'm seeing in this draft, they had They're outside linebackers. And when you see them, they'll be like, oh, he's a 3-4 outside linebacker. 3-4 outside linebacker. Not a lot of teams play 3-4, my man. You have some specialty guys. So a lot of these guys that's in
Most
this
teams play
draft,
nickel.
yeah, they play nickel. You got to find a play. You got to find a place to put these players. Um, and what happens in the draft every year, you're gonna have some of these guys. Oh, we got this guy, and then we never hear from him again. You know why? I'm like, man, whatever happened to that dude that they said is supposed to be the man, and this, that, and the third, and he never panned out because they just put him up there because he had physical gifts, but he never had any production. And that's normally what happens. So they're drafted on potential and not what they can actually do. And that's why I feel like I go off of what I see on tape. And the best linebacker that I've seen so far playing true linebacker, he inside linebacker, is Barrett Carter for Clemson. That
Aaron
young
Carter is
man
good.
Man, Barrett Carter triggers fast. When he reads it, he goes right to it. He does not play around. He gets straight to the ball. He see ball, hit ball. He is a monster. I love me some Barrett Carter. Then I have number two, who I view as more of an outside guy, but he can do outside or inside. I liked his versatility. Jahad Campbell for Alabama, really good player, really
Mhm.
really good player, really good player. He's just a football player, man. He's really more of a coverage linebacker, but he can trigger and read plays as well. But I think he's better in coverage than I feel like he's better. I feel like he's better in coverage than he is against the run. But he's good against the run. But I feel like he's great in coverage. And then number three, I like true linebackers. I like Power Eccles from North Carolina. Power Eccles can really play linebacker. He could play in coverage. He can play the run. I think he was hindered by the team that he was on, to be honest with you. Um, if he had better defensive tackles, I feel like a lot of the times he would have been better. But he didn't run great at the combine. That's not going to help him. I think he ran like a 4.74,
I thought
but
he
that
ran a
doesn't.
4.6.
No, I seen here that he ran like a 4.74. Like his
Oh,
his
okay.
official time was 4.74.
Yeah, that's slow.
But he's still one of my best ones. Like I have him as my sleeper pick um in the draft that you can get in the late rounds. I wouldn't mind picking him up. I think he's gonna be really really good. And that's what I got, man. Blair, did you have anything
You
that
ain't got Mr. Simon in there?
I mean, yeah, I got Mr. Simon, but he would have been fourth. I just wanted to stick with three.
Oh, okay, I can
But
dig it.
I wanted to stick
No,
with three,
I
but
don't
I
have
definitely
other than Michigan people. No.
other than Michigan
Well,
people.
your two defensive
Wow.
tackles is nice. I ain't gonna lie. They
Yeah,
first round.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Them two Michigan boys is
Yeah.
nasty. And
Oh,
that's what
they
I
might have three people go in the first round though, because the tight end Loveland he might go in the first round too.
he might go in the first round, yeah. He might go in the first round. Yeah, because I think I got him I had him as like the second best tight end. Yeah, he might go in the first round. I mean, that'll be interesting. That'd be interesting. But yeah, Blair said he only got it to Michigan boys. Yeah, I feel like during this draft process, a lot of the guys that they got at the top, even like when I'm going to like Pro Football Focus, they got a lot of the smaller, quicker guys. They ain't got guys that's like in the trenches type of football players.
They just, I feel like with that, they're just adapting to the game. But
Yeah.
with that being said, my list is different from yours.
Okay.
I only got three niggas too. Number one, you and Sean Brothers, man. I got Jalen Walker, man. Tripping, tripping from Georgia. That nigga
Mhm.
is. It does lean into what you say.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
gonna
I
get
got him more
drafted,
of like a defensive end. I didn't know where to put him.
but I feel like he could play defensive end. He could play inside linebacker. He could play all that shit. Number
Yeah,
two, I got
he's
Jahad
special.
Campbell. I like him. I also feel like they going a lot off potential with him too, though. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because he like built like a linebacker that you want, and I feel like he played good And he also young though. Now, somebody else I got in my shit, and I feel like this team kind of got overlooked, but the linebacker tandem in South Carolina this year was crazy. So
Yeah, I
I
know
got
you.
Demetrius Knight Jr.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
in there. I feel like he is really, really good. I feel like in the NFL, he gonna have what you want. He is very aggressive, very aggressive. Like he run hard to the ball. So that could probably lead to him over pursuing sometimes, maybe. But
Right.
I'd rather have that nigga who trying to get there in a hurry. I can correct that. We can have you take a wider, shallow angle and collect that. The only thing holding him back is he a little older, but shoot, he ain't like Brandon Whedon old. You know what I'm saying? And then number three, I wanted to put Barrett Carter there, but I gave this kid the edge over him because I felt like he was the main reason this defense was as good as they was and got as far as they did. I went with Jack Kaiser from Notre Dame.
Mm, okay.
Hmm.
I feel like he played real good. I like all of the linebackers that you named now. Don't get me wrong. My
Hmm.
list was just different.
Yeah, I like Cody Simon, man. Cody Simon is
Old block.
he an old block. He see some people they said that he's so like just for a quick example, which I vehemently disagree with this take. Says that he'll be best playing in a 3-4 defense on the
I
inside.
disagree. I disagree.
Why do you disagree?
Because he's never played there. Two, when we were playing in multiple coverages, he kind of struggled because a lot of times when you play in the 3-4, you're in the box on the inside. He plays great in the box, but nobody's normally not next to him.
But
He's best in when they play a traditional football, which is four down linemen, three linebackers, two safeties, two corners.
you don't think
Then I think he'll be good there,
having
but I
the
don't
I
think
think
he's
it'd be
you don't
best
good,
think
but
there.
yeah,
having the
I
other
think it'd be.
you don't think having the other middle linebacker there would help him excel more in the
No,
I
three
would
because
four?
I
say
think
this: if he goes to like the Ravens, that
Mm-hmm.
plays that 3-4 like that, or even the Steelers when y'all playing big,
Mm-hmm.
hmm
that would help him. But
hmm
if he goes somewhere that it's a like multiple scheme, nah, man.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And see, and a lot of the defenses play multiple schemes when they have the 3-4. He is more of a traditional. Now he got the skills. Now I'm not holding him. I'm not saying that he can't do it. I think he plays better when you got two big fat boys in the front of him
I
that can
agree too.
play and he can read off of
He
whatever's
got
going
size,
on.
but he nah. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I agree with you, Chris.
So you
Yeah, I
think
don't
he
see.
need to go to like an Eagles type of team?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he ain't gonna be able to shoot the gap like that, man. He gonna
Mm-mm.
nah. He need a mauler in front of him, man. He'll
He
just
needs
see
them all
one
over
through and make
so he
shit
can read
happen.
off of them.
Yep.
So he
He's
can
a
read
read
off of them.
linebacker. Yep.
He's a read and react linebacker. And now, not to say that you're not doing that in a 3-4, but in a traditional sense, he can play inside or outside. He can play,
So
but
in the four
um,
three, do you got him at? You don't have him at the
inside.
mic. You
No,
got him
I
at
have
the
him at the
mic.
mic. I got him at the mic or the outside, but I think I got him at the mic because that's pretty much what he played for
Yeah,
Ohio
I'll
State. He
have him
played
at
in
the
the mic.
mic
He
or the
played the
or the
mic
right outside linebacker.
right outside, left
Okay.
outside, no, right outside or inside in the
Yeah.
mic at the mic. Because when he first came in, he played the outside and he struggled
I was
mightily.
about to say, look at that Oregon game.
Mm-hmm.
And that,
Mm-hmm.
that tell of that tape right there would tell you right. That's what he need to be in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But like I said, it depends on the coaching. He will be getting developed in that 3-4. He'll do good. But if you want to see him do good his first 2 years, I think
Oh,
he
three.
should go 4-3 nickel. He'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
And he could
because if you
also
playing
just
like
come
a
down and play DN too, though,
yeah,
just
because we
as a pass
played
rusher.
because we played a 4-2-5, right? But they
Mm-hmm.
the sometimes they'll play a 4-3, but that third linebacker is the most athletic linebacker. That was Sonny Styles, who played safety previously, and he
Yeah, he
plays
gonna be
like, but
top
he
10
moved
in
down to
It's
safety.
linebacker.
usually a walk down. Yeah.
Yeah, so he can do either or. But then what they started doing, they kept Sonny at linebacker, and will walk down Caleb Downs, who's
Mm-hmm.
best safety in America. Walk down Caleb Downs as that third linebacker. But if you don't run the ball, and because he's a very smart football player, he'll see that and he'll back out. He'll go back straight back to his safety position. I mean, that's why I said like he can do multiple defenses, but putting him in a 3-4 defense, no. He is a traditional read and react linebacker.
Yeah, we'll
He
see.
plays down here. He's a
Sorry,
downhill linebacker.
sorry, bro. You want to be a great linebacker? Come to Pittsburgh. We turn Ohio State niggas into greatness.
Oh Lord.
Big
Yeah, I don't even
Cam.
Hey,
Big
Big
Cam still
Cam,
doing the thing, still doing his
Big
thing.
Cam.
This is normally the part of the show, guys, where we turn it over to Brianna, but there's no Brianna today for Brianna's trivia. So it's just going to be Chris's trivia. It only got two ballers. So we can throwing it all the way back to
But hold on,
who's
before
that
you do your
baller,
ballers,
baby.
did y'all
Hmm.
see the Joe Dumars hire in New Orleans?
Yes.
What's y'all take on that?
Uh, I'm happy he
I
got the
think it's great.
opportunity.
And I'm glad he back in the NBA.
I'm happy he got the opportunity. I hope they don't scapegoat him because that's what's about to happen. I feel like because New Orleans, as far as the team, is fucking falling apart, bro. Now you
Hmm.
know everybody doing the thing like, oh, Zion need to get out of there. So
Yeah,
they already traded my man Brandon Ingram.
yeah.
So it's like, don't I hope they don't do this to him. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Don't put him in there and then like a year and a half into it, you like, oh well, we're gonna get rid of Joe Dumars. Well, I mean, when you was stripping the team down before this nigga got here, nigga CJ McCullough is like up there. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like
He
this
like
team need a
34, something like that.
yeah, this team need a rebuild. So I just hope they let him work his contract. Hopefully he get an extension and the team just get better. Cause I don't want them to scapegoat him. Cause then they'll just be like, "Well, we gave him a chance, and look what he
Right.
did." We're like, "Yeah, but shit, gave him who you gave him." That's gonna be my thing. What state was the team in when he went? You want him to turn shit to sugar.
Hmm.
So that's the only thing. I feel like it's a good hire. I feel like Joe
Hmm.
Dumars is a good coach. He's a
No,
winning
no,
a
no, no.
winning
He gonna be like
basketball
the
player.
president. Yeah.
I feel like
Hmm.
he's a winner, and I feel like players. And it's just the nature of the beast. I feel like players respect these kind of dudes more because they played the game.
Hmm.
So you can get something different out of them. And I feel like my biggest example with that could be like JJ Redick. Yeah, it was JJ Redick first year, but I feel like the players kind of respond different when they know you've been in that fire. You know what I'm saying? So maybe you can get something out of them that somebody who only watched the game or who only deal with the back end of stuff wouldn't understand. But yeah, I just hope they don't shit on them, man, because
Right.
hey, it's hardest job in America is being black.
Right on.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be great. He's a champion. He's a championship GM. Um, he knows what he's doing. We already know he knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
He
he
only
ran
made
Detroit for like
Yeah,
14
for a long
years or
time.
something
He
like
only made
that.
one
Hmm.
historically bad decision. I mean, not
What was
drafting
that?
Melo, not drafting Melo and drafting Darko Milicic.
Oh,
But Darko Milicic was just ahead of his time.
Mm-hmm.
you think
That part.
so?
Yeah, if Darko
Yes.
Milicic would have been in today's league, he would have panned out better. That's
Yeah.
what a lot of them dudes say. They was like he was that type of guy, but that's not what they was looking for. They wasn't looking for the
Mm-hmm.
big that could do everything.
Everything.
They was looking for the big, hey, I need you to get in there, get me a bunch of rebounds, and this, that,
Mm-hmm.
and the third. They was like, he
But
just
but
wasn't that.
but when oh, I know we getting off subject. I know we gotta get to Chris trivia. But what was old buddy name that played for Toronto? That was the first overall pick. What's his name? Andre from Italy or some shit. Andre
Bargnani,
Bagnani.
Andre
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bargnani, yeah, he played for the Knicks too.
Mm-hmm.
So he was. That was the same time frame.
Yeah, we've
But
always had
it
those
all
guys in the
depend
league,
on,
but
yeah, it all depend on
they
where you
wasn't
going
looking for
to.
that.
You gotta think
Yeah.
about it. These niggas just coming off a championship, and you talking about in the front court, they got Rasheed and Ben Wallace.
Yeah.
Two totally different ways to play. So they
So
like,
so
hey,
they shouldn't have drafted his ass.
I agree.
No.
I agree. They should have drafted Melo. That's what they should have
I
did.
think I think what Joe was thinking was when Rasheed was done that he can
Man,
throw
that would have
Darko
been
in there.
nasty with Melo on their squad, bruh.
It would have,
Yeah.
but he didn't make
And
it
think
happen.
about it. Rasheed, they probably felt like Rasheed was already that guy for them. Like we
Mm-hmm.
already let him stretch the floor. We
Yeah.
let him
Mm-hmm.
shoot some
He
threes.
started
Like,
hitting threes, yeah.
yeah, they
Mm-hmm.
like, well, we don't need another nigga coming in doing that shit, which they probably could have
That makes
used that
sense
shit.
though. That do make sense at that time.
That's another
Hmm.
thing, Sheree. You had Rasheed. Rasheed was a beast
A lot of dudes
back in the day.
said Rasheed could have been top five.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they say. If they
That's
would
what they
have
say.
just
I be seeing those too. I be
they would
seeing that.
just
That's
let
what they
him
I
all the
say.
ain't
way
never
off the
seen that
range.
shit. I Rasheed was a
Hey,
motherfucking
you got to
monster.
look at some
Look
of
at his
these old
ability.
players talking. Yeah,
Yes.
you it's play. I'm talking about what players are saying. I ain't talking
Players
about
are
like
saying.
no Stephen A's and
Right,
shit.
right. Chris,
Yeah, a lot of them
would you would have
players
took
is like shit.
Kenyon Martin or Rasheed Wallace? Same
Rasheed
type nigga.
Wallace. Rasheed Wallace.
I'd have took Rasheed. Rasheed gonna give me
Rasheed
more
Wallace.
on the offensive end,
Rasheed Wallace.
and he's still an enforcer. And he's still an enforcer.
Rasheed Wallace.
Rasheed
And
was Draymond, except he could score.
he could
I'm about
He
to
score.
say,
gonna get
yeah,
in your
yeah.
face.
Rasheed
He
was
don't
scoring.
care. Yeah, he don't care
And
about getting
became
And
on
a
he
no
was
catch.
muscle.
off and
Yeah, he
became
don't care
a
about
three
getting on
level
catch.
scorer,
Fuck
Sean.
that.
And became a three-level scorer. I can shoot the
Hey,
three, the mid range, and
I
I can
was just
post
more
up.
of a Jerry Stackhouse guy, so I like Rasheed, but I just fuck with Jerry real heavy.
All right.
I
I
like
mean,
Jerry.
I just think they never gave. I just think they never really
That's what they
released
say about Rasheed.
everything
They
that
was like,
Rasheed
if they
does
would have like gave,
Top five?
and built him
yes, who
built a
I
team around
forgot.
him.
I forgot who it was. I
Top.
want to
I
say
gotta
Robert.
see that because you gotta think you got
I
KG.
want to say it was
Top
Robert.
five?
I
KG
want to
said he was
say
his toughest
yes,
cover.
yes. This nigga Robert. I think it
I
was
thought he
Robert
said
Ory.
Tim
Don't get me
Duncan
wrong.
was, bro.
No, no. He
No.
said respect the Timmy, because this people feel a lot of these dudes feel the same way about Rasheed that they do about Melo. Niggas is like,
Yes.
bro, I'd rather guard LeBron. I'd rather
Mm-hmm.
guard Kobe. I ain't trying to guard this nigga Melo. And a lot of the this I want to say it was Robert Ory was like when they was playing when Rasheed was playing in Portland and they played against the Lakers. Portland was supposed to beat them because they had no answer for Rasheed Wallace. And
Wallace.
every time Rasheed Wallace got hot, they stopped going to him. And he was like, the Lakers was just like, oh, well, that's y'all fault, man. Because he
Yep.
was like, Rasheed was killing them. Killing.
Man,
You
Robert
talk this
was drunk
Kobe
as
Lakers.
fuck.
What you mean?
Sean,
Them
that
they
was
got
true.
seven
That was
ships.
true, Sean. That
Robert
was
was
true.
drunk as hell when he said that shit,
Oh, come on,
man.
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 He ain't tripping, man.
Come
Big
on,
Shaq ain't
man.
letting that shit happen.
All
What
right,
you
let's
mean?
move on
This is
because the Laker fandom is coming out
think about it,
seriously
Sean.
here.
But think about it though.
No,
If you was gonna
I would
try to
give
nullify
respect to Chris
Shaq,
Webb. Chris Webb might be Stojakovic and Doug Christie, them boys, and Vladdy and all,
but
them
think about
niggas
it.
had and Bobby Jackson.
Sean,
Those niggas we was
But think
worried
they
about
about.
it.
had Sean, they had
The
Pitt.
Shaq, Rasheed had the
Pip was
game to
smoking
make Shaq.
trees. Dane was smoking trees. Robert
uh,
Patterson was going to go get the trees. You
Rasheed
know,
Wallace had the
Steve Smith.
game that you wanted if you wanted to give Shaq some issues. Like, hey,
Yep.
come out that paint a little bit, bro. I need you out here because you gotta respect
Bang.
this J.
Bang
You
in your
gotta
eye.
respect the J because he was hitting it.
No, I'm saying he was dope. My argument was top five. That's all I'm saying.
That's
We
what,
talking
and this
about
is
what
what
the
I'm saying.
players
We
saying.
talking about ifs. That's just like how a lot of them dudes. I saw somebody else that felt the same way. Gilbert Arenas feel how Blair felt about Vince Carter.
Mm-hmm.
What did Blair say about Vince Carter?
That he
Blair
could
said he
he
feel
was
like
supposed to be
Vince
the
Carter
one.
could have been the one like Kobe. Yeah?
I can I can
Gilbert
I
Arenas
can
said the
agree
same
with
shit,
that. I can agree with that one.
and I say I don't agree. I don't never thought he could have been the best. I felt like he got the most out of his situation.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what a lot of them
No, I
players
can
they be
see I can
saying that
see
about
I could have
Rasheed.
seen the potential of him being top five shooting guard.
I'm talking about top five. When I say top five, I'm talking about top five power forward all time. I ain't saying this nigga could have been Jordan and
Right,
LeBron.
right,
Mm-hmm.
right, right,
Yeah,
right. But
Yeah,
but
we're
they
we're talking
like,
about
bro,
his
top
position.
five
he could have
power.
been. Yes, he could have been. They like this nigga could have been right behind
So you
Timmy.
got Dennis Rodman, Tim Duncan,
They saying he could have been
KG.
right behind Timmy, or he could have
Yes.
been KG.
We gotta
Which
bring
Yes.
that.
that's
Man,
debatable, man. You don't think
it
A lot
Timmy
of
is
could have
things
been
that's
debatable.
KG?
debatable. We'll get into that later on. A lot of things that's debatable. We'll be getting
Damn,
in
that
that in the
shit
future
crazy. I'm trying to
episodes.
think about it. But go
My
ahead and
bad.
take
Write
the
it
next question.
down. Write it down. Take a
That's a
picture.
good one though, Darius.
But we trying to wrap this thing up because it's getting late and it's time for Who's That Baller. All right. So if you're not familiar with this game, it is a list. I'm going to name a baller, but I'm not giving them the name. They have to guess the name as a group, and I give them some of their accolades and what they've done in the profession that they're in, which in this case is going to be the NFL. Two very easy ones, or one maybe not so easy. I might start off with the other one first that I'm thinking of, and then I'll start with the harder one. But both of these players played in the NFL. All right. So if you think you know the answer, put it down in the comments down below. Yes, Brianna, if you think you know it, put it down below. But don't search the answer on Google. If you don't know it off the top of the dome, you're just going to be stuck like Chuck, like the rest of them. All right? All right. Let's get this started. So,
Like Chuck.
who am I going to start with? I'm going to start with the really easy one first. Okay, so this baller played in the NFL. He was drafted in the first round. He is a two-time Defensive Player of the Year, a nine-time All-Pro,
Mm.
two-time second-team All-Pro, 11-time Pro Bowler. He was named to the All-Decade Team in 1980s and 1990s. He is a member of the 100th anniversary All-Time Team.
Who
He
he
is
get
in
drafted
the
by?
Pro Football Hall of Fame. He got drafted first overall in 1985. He played for two different teams. Who am I?
Reggie White.
No, but that's very close. Very
Damn.
close.
But damn, I'm
It
going
ain't
blank. What's
LT.
old buddy
This
name
is
with
the
the mother?
easy one.
It's
What's
This is
old
the
not
buddy
easy
name that
LT.
used to play for the New York Giants with the dangling earring?
Who? Lawrence Taylor?
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor.
That's
No.
not him. That's too late. Uh,
He ended his career in 2003.
Oh,
03.
Mm-hmm.
Got drafted in 85.
Bruce
Mm-hmm.
Smith.
Ooh,
Correct. The correct
damn.
answer
That's
is
a good one.
Bruce
Bruce Smith.
Smith.
Yeah.
He got drafted first overall in 1985.
He still lead the league in
He
sacks, don't he?
overall in his career, I believe so.
You ain't
Hold on
gotta
one
look it
second.
up. Like you said, it's getting late.
No, I have a little. Yep, he does. He has the most sacks in NFL history with 200 sacks. Reggie
Damn.
White is Reggie White is two sacks behind him with 198.
Well,
But
killing
Hold on,
quarterback.
hold on. But but
Reg,
but, but dude for
Reggie,
one,
Wa- Reggie
Damn, what's his
White
name?
played 3 less years.
Dude from Carolina. Who we just seen retired? Not retired, but they retired his jersey, whatever.
Reese Peppers.
Yeah, Julius Peppers. He should be like top five.
Yeah, he number five.
Man,
Hey,
I'm good.
hey,
He has 159.5.
that's another
The top.
argument for another day. I feel like that nigga could have been the greatest.
I
Mm,
agree.
I think yeah.
But he had
I
a lot of
personally
help.
have him.
Kevin Green. Kevin Green was a beast in Pittsburgh too. But
Kevin Green is number
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
four.
see, I know my shit, son.
Number
Or,
three is Deacon
or digging in that
Jones.
textbook today.
Look at him. Look at him.
Let's go with that. Let's go with the
All
second one.
right.
So we got that
So the
one
second
done.
one is a little bit harder.
All
You
right.
guys might get it. You might not. Okay. So this guy um went undrafted in 1998, but he got picked up and played with an NFL team. He is a Super Bowl champion. He is a two-time All-Pro in 2011 and in 2012. He is a four-time Pro Bowler. He is a winner of the Bart Starr Award.
Mm,
He is the in a football team's Ring of Honor. He ended his career with 2,039 tackles. That is second all time in NFL history. 39 sacks, 19 forced fumbles, 23 interceptions, and three touchdowns. Who am I? And I'll give you one more tidbit. He was born in Cleveland, Ohio.
When was
Boom.
his last
deep.
year playing?
His last year playing, he played from 1998 to 2013. He played for three
Oh,
NFL
James Harrison.
franchises.
James Harrison.
N- No. Good guess, though. He played for three NFL franchises.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. James played for the Bengals, the Steelers,
Steelers
and
and
I
the
want
Didn't he play?
Patriots.
yeah, the Patriots.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And
the
he from the
Patriots number two.
Cleveland area, and it
But
wasn't James,
it's
and he got a
not
Super Bowl.
James. It wasn't
Uh,
James. But kind of close though. That's close.
hmm. Undrafted. You said he won a Super
Mm-hmm.
Bowl too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he from Cleveland.
Cam Chancellor.
No.
Uh,
I
Damn.
told you this is the harder one.
who
Yeah.
else is good around that time? Oh,
Darius,
it's not him.
I've heard you say this man's name a lot when you're
Oh
guessing,
shit.
but you did not say it today so far.
Damn. This nigga played his whole career. What's his name?
He signed in 1998. He finished off his career in 2013.
Uh, he gotta be linebacker, probably.
Can we get
Either a
a hint? What college
linebacker
did he
or a
go to?
DB. What
What
position he
college?
play?
Well, y'all gotta choose one hint
Or
here.
what'd you say, Darius?
I said, what position did he play? You could do college though, if you want to do college. It don't
All right,
matter to me.
let's roll with college.
All right, he went to John Carroll University.
Oh hell no, I don't know this nigga.
John Carroll,
This motherfucker went and got his barber's license, man. What the hell? That's
1998. Nigga went to Job Corps.
you feel
Uh-huh.
me? This motherfucker know how to cut hair and lay motherfucking wood. Like nigga,
It's a it's a Division III level school in the
damn.
NCAA.
Shit, John Carroll.
It's a
Patrick
U.S.
Willis.
No, I'll give y'all the second hit. He does play linebacker.
Okay. I was in that linebacker realm when you was talking
I
about
was
the
thinking
Mm-hmm.
tackles.
You
linebacker
are.
too.
Whew.
All right. Who else? It's not
I'm gonna say
not
another
Keekly.
Steeler. Is it what's his name? Ketsu or whatever his name for the Steelers?
Nah, he played
Uh-uh.
defensive line. Brent
Oh,
Keeley.
okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, nah, he retired before then with the Steelers.
Damn,
I
this
don't
is
know. Did he
hard, man.
play for that? He only got the one Super Bowl.
He got the one Super Bowl. Do y'all want me to give you all the team that he got the Super Bowl with?
Yes.
Yeah,
The Super Bowl that he got with them was the St. Louis Rams, and they beat Eddie George and the Titans in the Super Bowl. So he played with Orlando
Oh,
Pace.
is
And
it? Is it?
oh, fucking oh, what is this nigga name?
His last name start with a B.
no,
No, one with
y'all
the
know
Rams.
he. You know who this player is, guys. I
I
know you
believe
know
it.
who. And
You
Darius has
said
said his name.
98 to
19,
2012.
Aeneas Williams. Oh no,
2013.
you said linebacker.
No, linebacker. He is second all time in tackles in the NFL,
Damn, that's crazy.
behind Ray Lewis and just ahead of Derek Brooks. And if y'all didn't know, Levante David is fifth on this list. That is amazing.
Hey, because this nigga get all the tackles that Vita Vea don't get.
Oh man. Oh my god. And he played for the
2013.
Rams.
Played
Hmm.
for the Rams. Uh, linebacker.
That was his first team from 1998 to 2001. Then he went to
Then he
another
got
team.
traded.
Then he went to another team in 2002 to 2006. Then he went to his last team in
Is it
2007
Carter?
to no. Nobody in the chat has gotten it either. Jeez.
Man, this is your
I'm trying to
Theo
dig.
Magnus
I'm
ass
dig.
shit,
I'm
man. Don't
dig.
nobody know John Carroll University.
I'm digging. I'm digging. I'm
I said
digging.
he
Let me
went
see.
under. I said he went drafted, but he's the second all-time tackler in NFL history. Sean, reach into that bag that you was just reaching into not too long ago. Shit, you know who it is. Y'all know who this is. Come on, guys.
I'm
He's a
thinking.
known
I'm
name.
thinking. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Ray.
Okay,
Who else I got up there with Ray? Ray. It's not Urlacher.
You
It's
said
not Ray.
98 to 2013.
mm-hmm.
Who else was
Rams.
killing back then?
They was in St. Louis then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who else was
Mm-hmm.
killing? Who was killing on the sideline to sideline? It's not Sean Merriman.
Oh, that was
Let
my
me say
boy
this. Let me say
Bud.
this. His Pro Bowls were from 2009
Ah,
to
they ain't no good
2012.
hint, bro. They ain't no good
So
hint.
that was his best. Technically, his best years was
His best
towards
years
the
from
end.
2009 to 2012. Yes.
Man, who he retired with? That's gonna give it
The
away.
probably, but
Okay.
you guys don't look like you're getting it. So he retired with the Washington Redskins.
Fuck. Bar Arrington?
Mm-mm.
Nah, he was a like second, third pick of the draft.
Yeah, this dude is undrafted.
Yeah, I don't know no nigga from no John Carroll.
Hold on. He retired with the Redskins.
Dang, Bree, if you're not in the comments, man, you gotta help these guys out. They need some help. 1032 pimp down.
Man,
Man, I'm trying to think.
Okay,
Washington,
the first team he played with was the Rams. The second team he played with was the Bills. The third team he played with was the Redskins.
Bills. Damn, these some random ass team.
what made you even think of this guy, man?
Because he
Not
was a
Chico
good
Alonso.
player.
And
And he was
you,
from and he was from Ohio.
man, I wouldn't give a fuck where this nigga from, man. Where the fuck John Carroll at, man?
Okay, last hint. He was undersized
At linebacker,
at linebacker.
He black or white?
He's black. He was
um,
5'10", 242 pounds.
Hold on, hold on.
Damn, that sound like Bobby Wagner. Shit. Of
Nope.
course, it's not him.
But this guy is before Bobby.
No
He was
shit.
getting
Right. That's what I'm
all the
trying to think.
tackles. He was getting all the tackles.
It's not Luke.
Him and Ray Lewis was getting all the tackles back then. Because they finished 1-2.
Fuck the Bills. For the Bills. For the Redskins.
My brother quit. He just was like, I can't do it anymore.
I'm still
1032
digging.
pimp
I'm
down.
trying to. I'm thinking. And you said I done said his name.
Oh, a lot. You're gonna be pissed off if I have to give it to you guys.
Man,
A lot, a lot.
damn. Bills, Bills, Bills.
Guys, I think I stumped them. I think that there's no coming back from this. They are not with us anymore.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Trying to think, man. I'm trying to think. Retire. 2013. Washington Redskins.
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo Bills. Bills
You're
was
gonna be
sorry.
so upset. I've heard you say this name a couple times. What other hint can I give you?
Antonio
Uh,
Pierce.
no.
Mm,
I knew that college was gonna throw y'all off.
I ain't even worried about the college. Shit, it's
He
tough
is
because
he
this
is
nigga
in
played for the Bills.
he is in the Washington team's ring of fame.
Damn. Okay, 2013. Who was there? Kirk Cousins. Not LeVar Arrington. Who else was there? My man had to be there, the running back. Okay, so he was there. It could be around the time that they got my man, who they paid all that money from the Patriots.
Yeah.
He
No
was there
guesses
when
in the
Vince
chat.
Wilfork was there.
For Washington, probably.
Yeah,
I don't know.
man. Damn.
You ready just for me to give it to you, man?
Yeah, man. Fuck it.
I feel sad for you because you're about to be upset.
What's the first name?
London.
London Fletcher? Come on, dog. How the
Don't you?
fuck?
London Fletcher. London Fletcher
Damn.
is the
And
second
now
leading tackle of all time. You've
I
guessed that a couple
I'm
different
logging
times.
out. Fuck that shit. Now I can see him flying back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Damn, he did play for the Bills. You
Thank
got me.
you for watching.
You got me. Man, fuck this game.
Hey, hey, Breyona gotta top that big dog. Breyona, you gotta
That was
top
a
that
good one.
dog.
That was a good
Thank
one.
y'all for watching.
Damn.
Continue to
Damn it.
like, share, continue to like, share, subscribe. We appreciate y'all for hanging out with us for this long. It was not supposed to go this long, but we had a great time. I hope y'all had a great time. But until until next time, we all at y'all. Deuce.
Damn you. Fairy godparents.
Oh my
Shit.
God.